Well, welcome to Kelly Campbell Field on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Been a while since we could say that. Phil Casper joining you along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, getting set for Clay Center Tiger baseball. Tigers and the Beloit Trojans here at home. Finally able to get some decent weather and enjoy a good afternoon, late afternoon, and good evening of a doubleheader of baseball. We'll have both games for you right here on the air. Coming up, Clay Center and Beloit. Beloit comes in 3-3. Clay Center at 4-2. Coaches meeting at home plate right now. Getting set to go. We'll take a timeout, bring you back, look at starting lineups right after these.
Injuries can occur at inconvenient times, but Ortho On Call is there for you. The After Hours Injury Clinic at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center is open Monday through Friday till 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday till 4 p.m. They can treat broken bones, strains and sprains, as well as small cuts or wounds with no appointment necessary. Ortho On Call provides an alternative to emergency rooms and urgent care, and they accept most insurances. Located at 1600 Charles Place in Manhattan. The greatest comebacks begin here.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella getting set. Starting lineups are being announced for Beloit. It'll look like this. It'll be Hudson Smith playing shortstop, Nick Meyer pitching. It'll be Braden Kahn in left field, Dalton Jelzit in center field. Caden Emmett will be catching, Carson Cox at second base, Dale Boldridge at first base, Braden Bean in right field, and Grant Aerosmith at third base, rather. For Clay Center, it'll be Jake Ferguson at shortstop. Nate Leiby will be in center field. Wyatt Alexander will be catching. Logan McDonald at first. Garrett Brem in right field. Keegan Brownell on third base. Levi Fitzenmeyer will be in left field. Skylar Merritt at second base. And Will Rosenau will be on the mound in Game 1. In starting lineups being announced should be ready to go after this break when we bring you back to Campbell Field.
Sometimes you need a new roof. Other times you just need your existing roof repaired or temporarily fixed after an emergency or a hard winter season. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has made its service division an even higher priority, investing in a service truck that's stocked with most basic roofing materials so the Geisler service team can provide prompt, on-the-spot roof repairs. Should you ever need wind-blown shingles replaced, a leak sealed, or some other service work, call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement.
Clay Center Tiger Baseball on KCLY is brought to you in part by Oldie Seed Farm, Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, Citizens National Bank of Clay Center, Greenleaf, Concordia, and Belleville, CS Precision Ag, Ray's Apple Market, Blue Valley Telecommunications, Union State Bank, and Central Valley Ag.
Back at Campbell Field, Clay Center Tigers starting lineup being announced. They've got a youth baseball team with them. Looks like about maybe a third or a fourth grade team out with them. So for every Tiger that's announced comes out to their position, they are followed by a couple of younger Tigers being greeted by both Clay Center coaches, Andy Bent and Sean Leiby. So the players will take the field along with their mini-me's out there right now and getting set for the national anthem. So we'll take a timeout. We'll bring you back after these.
Clay Center Tiger Baseball on KCLY is brought to you in part by Oldie Seed Farm, Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, Citizens National Bank of Clay Center, Greenleaf, Concordia, and Belleville, CS Precision Ag, Ray's Apple Market, Blue Valley Telecommunications, Union State Bank, and Central Valley Ag. The average house now has at least 10 devices that require internet. Phones, streaming TV, computers, tablets, gaming systems, thermostats, and much more. They all add up to a lot more usage than you think. You may experience slowdowns or the annoying cannot connect message. There is a solution to your problem. Call Twin Valley for Pulse Gig Internet and get all the internet speed to keep up with your growing family of devices. 800-515-3311 for Pulse Gig Internet. Special occasions call for a one-of-a-kind cake, and Ray's Apple Market can personalize them for any celebration. Stop by the bakery department to place your order for Mother's Day or graduation for cakes that will be beautiful to look at, unique in design, and extra delicious in flavor.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
One of the most rewarding parts of my job at Union State Bank is getting to know customers who count on us to help them plan for the future and provide the capital they need for their farming operations, small businesses, and their home and auto loans. It's encouraging to see their motivation, which leads to a healthy economy for their families in this community. I'm Keith Blake with Union State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Union State Bank,
Well, quite the scene out here at Campbell Field as we get ready for baseball. 8-and-under Tiger baseball team out, and as each Tiger was introduced, their younger counterpart went out to the position with them as the national anthem played. The players stayed on the field. All of Beloit down the first baseline standing with the caps removed, and then each Tiger player and their 8-and-under player at their position standing with their caps removed. So pretty cool deal that Clay Center does for the younger baseball team as well. Now they're in the stands ready to enjoy the game, as are we. Really great weather out here, about 70 degrees. Pretty strong wind blowing out today, so a hitter's game, and we'll see what Will Rosenau can do for the Tigers coming up. Again, the Tigers come in at 4-2. They've split with Chapman, split with Wamego, handled Royal Valley pretty easily, and for Beloit, they're 3-3, and Beloit kind of a strange start to the season. They have really manhandled a couple of teams, but they have lost to Concordia twice early in the season, each time by 1 run. They then blew out Ellsworth 29-4, only to lose in the second game 5-4 in 9 innings, and then blew out Lincoln a week ago. So getting set to go, the first batter that Rosenau will face is Hudson Smith, the shortstop for Beloit. We are just about set to go. It comes in a little bit high. Second pitch on the way from Rosenau. That's a called ball 2. Well, doesn't let much grass grow. He gets the signal, gets ready to go, keeping that batter in there. That pitch goes outside, and Rosenau down on the count early. So Smith will stand in 3-0. He'll show bunt, take. That'll get by the catcher, so first batter will take his base on a walk. So Rosenau, 4 straight balls. That'll put Smith on first. That'll bring in Nick Meyer, the pitcher, for the Trojans. Smith held on first by Logan McDonald. First pitch comes in high. So Rosenau struggling a little bit early, trying to find that strike zone and looking into the dugout a little frustrated. And Coach Andy Bent gives him the universal signal just to calm down a little. Pitch comes inside. It's 2-0. Meyer will step back in. Rosenau throws home. There we go. Strike 1. Just caught the outside corner. Again, Rosenau doesn't waste a lot of time. He's slowed up a little bit. Set to go. He'll hold the runner on. Fire in. There's strike 2. Rosenau now at 2-2. 2 straight strikes. 2-2 count. Runner on first. Takes a bit of a lead. McDonald will hold him on. 2-2 pitch comes in, and he's going to hit a batter, and that's going to send Meyer down to first. So Rosenau again pretty frustrated as he walks back to the rear of the mound. Now with 2 runners on and 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, Wyatt Alexander heads out to the mound, just trying to keep his pitcher back in. Going to bring up Braden Kahn for the Trojans. So runners first and second, nobody out, game just underway. Pitch from Rosenau misses outside. Rosenau really frustrated right now. Going to somehow have to find a way to get himself back in this game. There's a pitch that just misses up. Kahn steps back in. Pitch from Rosenau. There's a called strike 1. So now 2-1 count. Runners on first and second. 2-1 count. Kahn shows bunt. That's fouled. So count goes 2-2. Two count. Nobody on. Top of the first. Pitch from Rosenau misses outside, and he is just missing outside. Kahn, a lefty. Count full. A swung on strike 3. So Rosenau, 6 straight balls to start the game. He started to find a little rhythm now, and if he can get himself out of this inning and then calm himself down a little bit, he'll be fine. Bring up Dalton Delzit for the Trojans. Strike 1 from Rosenau as Trojan batters coming in and watching. A runner taking a huge lead. This is again to the lefty, up and out. Count goes 1-1. Ferguson and Merritt holding the runner on at second. Swung on strike 2. Let's see a big out for Rosenau. 1-2 count now, and the first time Will's been up in the count. One-two pitch from Rosenau, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that is 2 out. So now with runners on first and second, 2 down, Caden Emmett, the catcher for the Trojans, will step in. So now Rosenau can just get back to worrying about that batter. Called strike 1 as Rosenau with a little bit of heat. And neither runner showing deal, and there's a off-speed pitch, strike 2. So Will up 0-2 after walking the first batter, hitting the second. He struck out 2 straight. Now an 0-2 pitch, and that is fouled away. Boy, that was a big curve, and Emmett was not fooled. He turned on that in a hurry. Count will stay 0-2. See what Will does here. He's thrown 2 straight breaking balls, and there's one that's fouled back. heater that caught the outside corner. And Emmett keeps himself alive. Oh, 2 pitch from Rosenau, swung on and missed. And that is strike 3, and that is 3 straight Ks after 2 walks. And Will Rosenau gets out of a very, very tough spot. Middle of the first, Clay Center coming up when we come back.
Fun socks are not just for kids anymore. Meet Dr. Motion. He'll give you, your feet, and your legs a whole new perspective. Dr. Motion compression socks will brighten your day, so why not get a different, colorful pair for every day of the week? They're so lively, you'll want to show them off. Come into Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy and find a brand new shipment of Dr. Motion compression socks, designed with mild and moderate compression. You'll have happy feet and legs with Dr. Motion from Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
Wallace Tree Value once again is offering the ultimate fertilizer lineup for your yard and garden. Ultimate makes 2 crabgrass preventers, one with Dimension and one with Barricade, to keep that pesky crabgrass out of your yard. It also is an iron and sulfur-based fertilizer to promote root growth and thicker lawns to keep weeds out and grass a rich, dark green color. The weed and seed formula features Viper, designed to kill dandelions and other weeds, while supplementing the root system again. Stop and see the options for your yard at Wallace Tree Value.
Back at Campbell Field, again, Will Rose now working out of that tough spot in the Tigers' top half of the first. A walk, hit the next batter, and then 3 straight Ks for Rosenau, and really showing a lot of frustration early, but able to dig down and find something there. Again, Rosenau, just a sophomore. So for Clay Center coming up, it'll be Jake Ferguson, followed by Nate Leiby and Wyatt Alexander. Nick Meyer on the mound for the Trojans. So Ferguson, the shortstop for the Tigers, steps in. Wind blowing straight out. Pitch into Ferguson. Misses low. Ball 1. Ferguson back in. Pitch comes home. Misses low and away. That's ball 2. Tiger 8-and-under team. Special guest of the Tigers. Called strike 1. Count goes 2-1. Able to take the field with the Tigers during introduction. Now enjoying the game in the stands. 2-1 pitch on the way to Ferguson. Shows bunt. That'll go foul. The count will go 2-2. Jake back in quickly. He's ready to go. Meyer, 2-2 pitch on the way, misses low, and that's ball 3. So Ferguson back in with a full count. Meyer gets his signal, throws home, misses away, and Ferguson will take his base. Good at bat for Jake Ferguson. And Meyer working hard early. So Nate Leiby will step in. Leiby in center field for the Tigers. Ferguson, not much of a leadoff. Libby fouls one back. Ferguson being held on. Get a pretty good lead. Pitch home to Libby, high and out. Libby back in. Jake's got a pretty good lead, and now they'll try to pick him off. That'll get by the first baseman to the fence. Jake will go easily into second. He'll turn and look and hold. Good job by Ferguson of getting that pitcher's attention at just enough lead, but Jake pretty quickly back to the base and throw over to first gets away. So that moves Ferguson to second. Now Libby back ready to go. Nobody holding Ferguson on. There's a curveball that misses high. Count will go 2-1. They'll hold Ferguson on. Now the second baseman will back. 2-1 pitch into Libby. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Libby jammed up a little bit on that swing. Two pitch to Nate. Off-speed pitch. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. So Wyatt Alexander, the catcher, steps in. Senior with a runner on second. Ferguson with a huge lead, not being held. Pitch to Alexander, a big cut. Did catch a little bit of it, but strike 1. One pitch to Alexander. Off speed misses. Ball 1. Second baseman playing directly behind Jake Ferguson right now. So he'll come in. Ferguson with a good lead. Second baseman comes in, and then the pitcher will wave him off. And now Alexander nearly takes one in the face, and probably a curveball that didn't break. Does get out of the way, but count will go to 2-1. One pitch to Alexander. That's in for a called strike 2. Wyatt looks down to Coach Bent. Gets his signal. 2. Second baseman in now, holding Ferguson on, and now he'll back off. Pitch to Alexander, misses high. Jake Ferguson into third safely. So a 3-2 count to Wyatt Alexander. Ferguson stealing third. And with one out, Alexander back in with a full count. Full count pitch to Alexander. That's a little dribbler to shortstop. Ferguson's going to score. They will throw Alexander out at first, but Ferguson quickly, off the crack of the bat, does get in. So Alexander does his job. And gets the RBI. So Clay Center up 1-0. Bases empty, 2 out. Logan McDonald steps in from the left side. There's a little blue single. Oh, just goes foul. I really thought that was going to drop in fair, but just foul for McDonald. McDonald steps back in, left side of the plate. Pitch comes in and swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch into McDonald. Swung on and missed. And that is strike 3. And that's the third out. But not before Clay Center strikes once. They lead 1-0, headed to the second when we come back.
An IRA is more than a financial tool for your future. It's also a great way to save on taxes now. Open an IRA today at the Citizens National Bank. You have until Tuesday, April 17th, 2018 to get a tax advantage for 2017. Stop by and see one of the CSRs at the Citizens National Bank, downtown Clay Center. A small investment now can grow into a large retirement fund for your future. Member FDIC.
We are Wilbur Ellis, and we know the lay of this land like no other. We serve farmers with plant protection, plant nutrition, and seed technology. As you know, spring weeds are here. Let us help you stop them before they get out of control. Our site-specific crop plans include fertilizer packages and starter programs, and with our localized expertise, our solutions come from a better understanding of what it takes to make everything that grows here thrive. Thanks for your business with Wilbur Ellis.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella headed to the second. 1-0 Tiger lead early on the RBI from Wyatt Alexander. Jake Ferguson, leadoff batter, takes a walk, heads to second on a pass ball, steals third, and then ground ball to the short, scores him from Wyatt Alexander. That's going to bring up Carson Cox for Beloit here at the top of the second. See if Rose now can get a little better start, and he does. Strike 1. Will did a great job of working out of that first inning. A 1 pitch. That is hit high to the shortstop. Jake Ferguson camps out under it, and that is out. Number 1. In Rosenau, that first inning, he walked, he hit the next batter, and then 3 straight Ks. Dale Poldridge, number 35, for Beloit steps in. There's a pitch from Rosenau, strike 1. So Will able to work out of that inning and then get a little time, and see Coach Andy Benn able to talk him down a little bit. There's a little dribbler half swing to third baseman Brownell over to McDonald, and that's out number 2. With just a half swing, and Brownell not having to do much work with that. But a great throw over to McDonald, and that is out number 2. Right fielder Braden Bean steps in. First pitch misses low. It's swung on and missed. Count will go to 1-1. It's fouled back. Bean back in. Ready to go from the right side of the plate. There's a curveball in for strike 2. One-two count now to Bean as Rosenau, a little something going. There's a slow roller to Merritt at second, over to McDonald, and they're going to get him for out number 3. So a great play from Merritt to McDonald, and that's going to end Beloit's half of the second. Midway through 2, Clay Center leads 1-0. We come back.
Central Valley Ag wants to help you make sure your new calves grow up with a healthy immune system and make sure they gain lean weight fast. It's pre-feed booking time. Talk to your local CVA feed sales specialist about pre-feed booking and about year-round mineral and protein supplements. IMAG minerals before 3 weeks prior to turnout time, with or without Aldicid fly control. No matter the size of your herd, the CVA feed team can provide the knowledge, insight, and top-quality products you need for nutrition and performance. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fansella. Clay Center leading 1-0, bottom of the second in game one. Garrett Brem will step in, right fielder for the Tigers. Brem stands in, swings his first pitch, strike one. Meyer, not a lot of heat. You got a big curve when it breaks. 0-1 pitch low, but Brem swings on it. Now the count goes to 0-2. Two pitch in, misses high. Count will go 1-2. Brem back in the box quickly. Pitch in, there's that big curve, and that one does hit, and that is strike three. That's going to bring up Keegan Brownell, junior third baseman for the Tigers. Brownell steps in and gets jammed up on his swing on that first pitch, and count will go to 0-1. Seen a couple of Tigers do that, and I don't know if it's the spin on the ball. They're getting fooled right now, and Brownell watches one go by for strike two. So Meyer has now found a little rhythm. He got off to a rough start as well, but now throwing pretty well for Beloit. Count 0-2 to Brownell. Pitch comes in. That one's driven into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So good shot from Keegan Brownell on the 0-2. So now Levi Fitzmeyer out in left field today for the Tigers with one out. Brownell will be on first. It's the first hit of this game for either side. There's one that hit hard to short. They'll get Brownell out at second and miss Fitzmeyer on first. And now he turns. He's going to go to second, and he will make it in safely. So tried to turn two. Levi with some pretty good wheels, and they missed first. It did get by the first baseman, and Levi never hesitated. Fitzmeyer will get down to second base. They will throw Brownell out. And now Skylar Merritt comes in. Merritt watches the first one go outside. Ball one. Fitzmeyer looking down to Coach Ben. Beloit not making a lot of effort to hold Levi on. He's got a pretty good lead. Pitch into Merritt. Ball two. Two down. We're in the bottom of the second. Clay Center up 1-0. 2-0 pitch to Skylar Merritt. That's going to miss. Great job by the catcher making sure that didn't get by as that missed way out. Meyer now being held. Now he'll jump off a little more. That is ball 4 to Skylar Merritt. So Will Rosenau is going to get a shot here with 2 down, 2 runners on. Merritt on first, Fitzenmeyer on second. Not holding either runner on. There's a pitch off speed into Rosenau for strike 1. Meyer ready to go. They are holding Fitzenmeyer on second. Now he'll throw home. That's driven into center field. That's going to score Fitzenmeyer. Merritt round second. Now he'll hold at second. Fitzenmeyer in easily, and a great shot from Will Rosenau. So Fitzenmeyer scoring from second. Merritt goes to second. Will Rosenau with a base shot, RBI, and it's 2-0. So back to the top of the order, and Jake Ferguson will step in. He walked his first at bat, ended up scoring on the RBI from Wyatt Alexander. First pitch up and away, ball 1. Two down, runners at first and second. 1-0 pitch, misses low. It's 2-0 to Jake Ferguson. Ferguson back in, holding Merritt on. Now they'll back away. 2-0 pitch into Ferguson, in for strike 1. Count will go 2-1 with 2 down in the bottom of the second. Pitch to Ferguson. That's a breaking ball. Strike 2. Take back in with a 2-2 count. Neither runner with a huge lead. They are holding Merritt on. Pitch to Ferguson, swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. 2 innings complete. Clay Center up 2-0, headed to the top of the third when we come back.
When you grow corn or soybeans for a living, you're always looking for the latest advances to help your fields be more profitable. That's why it's time to turn to Channel. When you plant elite Channel seed products, you also get the services of your very own Channel seedsman. You see, your seedman works with you year-round to make the most of your operation.
For customized service, expert advice, and elite seed products, contact Colton with Frontier Ag Supply, 785-630-0596.
A lot of truck drivers and farmers out there are pretty darn good mechanics in their own right. But I'll bet sometimes you just don't have the time on your hands to tear into that engine. So why not let us do it for you? TSI Kansas is a full-service diesel repair facility located at 612 West Court Street in Clay Center. TSI Kansas is here for you.
2 innings complete. Clay Center Tigers lead Beloit 2-0 as Will Rosenau back on the mound. Appreciate the crack statistician work of Steve Squires, letting me know 24 strikeouts now for Will Rosenau. So Beloit now. Grant Aerosmith, the third baseman for the Trojans, will come in to start off the third inning. From Rosenau. Is out. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, strike one. So Rosenau, pretty rough start. First two batters just couldn't get it going. Very frustrated. And 3 straight Ks, and he's thrown pretty well since that time. And just like that, I jinxed the kid as he plunks Aerosmith. So that's the second batter hit by Rosenau, and we'll go back to the top of the order now as Hudson Smith, shortstop, steps in for the Trojans. Probably an off-speed pitch from Rosenau, breaking ball that didn't break as Smith shows bunt and didn't get his bat back in time, fouls it away. Pickoff in first base. Rosenau thought maybe he had Aerosmith sleeping, but Aerosmith back in safely, and now an 0-1 count. Rosenau will go back to work on the batter. Aerosmith, pretty good lead. He'll show bunt again. He's going to foul that straight back, and that's strike two. And our statistician, Steve Squires, scoreboard operator, Bud Young. Appreciate all their help. 0-2 pitch comes in out and low. Ball one. McDonald holding Aerosmith on first base. Now will glance over. Now he'll come home. That's swung on and missed, and that is strike three, and that is the fourth K for Will Rosenau. So Nick Meyer will come in. Meyer pitching for the Trojans. He was hit by a pitch his first at bat. Rosenau comes home. That misses. Outside. Ball one. Doing a good job with Aerosmith at first base. He looks like he's wanting to go, and Donald really holding him on. Pitch home. That's a high fly ball, the right side of the field. McDonald chasing it, and that's going to drop in between McDonald, Merritt, and Brim. One count on the way to Meyer. That is swung on, strike two. Count goes 1-2, one out. Beloit has a runner on first. Play center leads 2-0, top of three. Rosenau comes home, and that is called strike three as Rosenau just catches that outside corner, and that is 2 outs, and that is the fifth strikeout for Will Rosenau. So Braden Kahn will come in. He was Rosenau's first strikeout victim in that first inning. Pitch on the way, swung on, strike one. Rosenau has really settled in since those first two batters. Aerosmith with a little bit bigger lead now with 2 down. Pitch home, off-speed pitch, catches the corner, that's strike two. So Will up on the count, 0-2 to Kahn. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low curve. That's going to miss low. That's ball one. A good idea on Rosenau, and I don't think that Kahn would have been able to get a bat on that hitting from the left side. 1-2 pitch. There's a heater, and that is strike three, and that's 3 down. Midway through the third, Clay Center up 2-0 when we come back.
Place your order now for next spring's crops and save a bundle. Count on Crop Production Services of Clay Center for the best quality corn and soybean seed. Their proven brands include DeKalb, Asgrow, Dynagro, Producers Hybrids, and LG. If you order now, you can take advantage of early cash and volume discounts, and they also have financing available. The agronomists at CPS stay current on the ever-changing field of seed technology, so they can provide well-informed advice to help increase your productivity.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
Well, Nate Leiby, or rather, Will Rosenau throwing a gem right now after a rough start. He's got 6 strikeouts now through 3. I was told 4 walks on the year, had not hit a batter until this game. He's hit 2. So Nate Leiby will step in. He struck out his first at-bat. He's going to show bunt. That's going to be foul back. Strike 1. Leiby readjusts in the box. Set to go. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. And Nate's just a little late on his swings. His first time in, he got jammed up and got behind in the count. And same thing in this at bat. He's facing an 0-2 right now. There's a pitch that's going to catch the outside corner, and that is strike 3. So that's going to bring up Wyatt Alexander, the catcher. Ground out RBI in that first inning, scoring Jake Ferguson. Wyatt now with 1 out, base is empty. There's a big swing and a slow dribbler down the third base line. It's going to go foul. Wyatt has a lot of power. He's very capable of putting that ball deep. That wind blowing out, it could happen. This is the ball 1. So Alexander now with 1-1. Pitch from Meyer. That's going to miss high. Count will go 2-1. Bottom of 3, 2-0. Tiger lead. Pitch to Alexander. That's a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Alexander takes vicious cuts in there. 2-2 pitch to Wyatt. That's going to miss low. Count will go full. Alexander digs back in. Set to go. Full count. 1 out. Pitch from Meyer on the way. That's going to miss low, and Alexander will head down to first. So Logan McDonald will step in for the Tigers. Sophomore first baseman struck out his first at bat. Alexander being held on first, but he's got a good lead. It's to McDonald, catches the outside corner, strike one. McDonald, a lefty, and home plate umpire has been very consistent. He'll call low, and he'll call the corner. Meyer will step back off. Alexander really has his attention, and as a base runner, that's what you want to do. That pitcher thinking about you and worrying about you. Alexander will go right back to where he was. Pitch to McDonald. Curveball misses out. Count will go 1-1. Alexander doing a good job at first base, keeping Meyer's attention. Pitch to McDonald. Alexander's going to go, and he's going to be in safely as the catcher mishandled the ball. So good job by Alexander to steal second. Catcher came out of his stance before he had the ball, and Alexander in. So the count to McDonald will go 2-1. Alexander moves to second with one out. Pitch to McDonald. He's going to be a called strike two. Is pretty good breaking ball that time from Meyer. Two counts. To McDonald, pitch in. That's going to be fouled. Job by McDonald staying alive with that 2-2 count. Alexander again has Meyer's attention. Second baseman and shortstop for Beloit do not do a real great job of holding the runner on. Pitch to McDonald. That's fouled again. Two pretty good pitches by Meyer. McDonald able to stay alive. Alexander looks hard at Coach Bent. Now he'll come off second. One out. 2-2 count for Logan McDonald. Pitch on the way. So swung on and missed. Alexander's going to third, and they are going to get him out at third. Alexander maybe with a little bit of a slow jump, and Coach Andy Bent arguing that tag was a little unnecessarily rough into the face of Alexander. I would agree, but regardless, he's going to be out. So headed to the fourth here at Campbell Field. 2-0 Tiger lead when we come back.
Oh, my arm!
What happened?
I tripped, landed on my wrist. I was turning purple.
Let's call Ortho on Call to get you in right away.
That's not gonna happen. It's a doctor's office, not an emergency room.
Ortho on Call can get you in quick and replaces expensive emergency room visits. They're open weekdays till 8 p.m. and weekends till 4.
Oh, the bone's not sticking out. It's probably fine. Don't touch it. It's tender.
Call the Ortho On Call Clinic in Manhattan for all your injuries, big or small. The greatest comebacks begin here.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
Back at Campbell Field, 3 innings in the book. Clay Center leads 2-0. Again, great day to come out to Campbell Field, enjoy some Tiger baseball, and help out the baseball team with supper. You can come out here and get a hamburger, hot dogs, sloppy joe, baked beans, chips, and the drink. $5 suggested donation. So it's a great day, and after all the cold weather we've had around here, I can't think of a better way to spend a Tuesday on a beautiful evening at the ballpark. So come out, Get yourself some food, help out the baseball team, and enjoy some good Tiger baseball. Headed to the top of the fourth. Tigers leading 2-0. And Will Rosenau, rough start, walked the first batter, hit the second batter, then 3 straight strikeouts. He now has 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. So the sophomore shows a lot of character and a lot of grit and determination after the rough start, able to get himself back on track. First batter in for Beloit. Left fielder Dalton Delzit. Called ball 1. Second pitch from Rosenau. Just misses. Umpire quick out of his stance. Thought he was going to get that call, but missed low. So counts 2-0. Rosenau fires one home. Strike 1. And if you haven't seen Rosenau pitch, he does not waste a lot of time. He stays in that rhythm. Fouled away, and it's 2-2. He is quickly back to the mound, looking at the catcher, ready to go, waiting on the batter. As soon as that batter is back in and set, Will is coming home. 2-2 count on the way, and now batter will call a timeout. Will does shake a couple off, and now he's set to go. 2 pitch on the way. That's a heater hit right at Logan McDonald, and that was hit hard. Just got away from McDonald. So the runner will be in safely. And that was on a rope. Well, McDonald did a good job just to get his glove on the ball. And he does get it knocked down, but the runner in safely. So that's going to bring in Emmett. Emmett will show bunt. Now he'll pull back. He'll throw down to first, but runner safely back in. Still wait to see what our statistician calls that last one. He's going to call it an error, and I agree. It comes home. Runner will go down to second. Alexander will not try to throw him out on the steal. And Alexander having some trouble a couple of times. 1-1 count. I don't know if he can't get the ball out of his glove or if he's losing the grip on it. 1-1 pitch. That is lifted into center field. Camping out under it is Libby. He does make the catch. That's going to hold the runner, so a fly out by Emmett to Nate Libby for the first out, and the runner held on second. Good job by Libby getting good position on that and then coming out quickly back into Jake Ferguson, and Delza didn't have a chance to get the third. So that'll bring up Carson Cox with 1 out. Second baseman pitch on the way, misses in. Runner on second's going to hold. Skyler Merritt playing way over, closer to first base than he is second, back on the grass. So Ferguson holding the runner on. That's going to get away from Alexander and away from Will Rosenau, and going to advance the runner to third. That ball looked like it just stuck in Will's hand as he came over the top and went way outside. That one will go low and away to Alexander, and it's a 3-0 count. So Rosenau in the hole, 3-0 with 1 out. Pitch misses outside again as Rosenau a little handcuffed right now for some reason. That'll bring up Dale Boldridge. first baseman for the Trojans, with runners on the corners, 1 out. Top of the 4th, Clay Center up 2-0. Rosenau sends it home. There's strike 1. Now looks to first, looks to third, comes home, strike 2. Oh, 2 count now on Boldridge with 2 down. This will be a big K. Rosenau fires home, misses high. 1-2 count now. Rosenau gives a look to first. Comes home. That's foul back. Good pitch by Will. And good job by Boldridge to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Now set. 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 by Will Rosenau. Big curveball. And that is 7 Ks. And more importantly, that is 2 down. So now Braden Bean, who grounded out to second base, his first at bat. Rosenau now has 2 down. Pitch to Bean, strike 1. Low roller right back to Will Rosenau. He'll jog it over to first base, and that is out, number 3. So Will Rosenau works himself out of a jam in the top of the 4th. Midway through, 2-0, Clay Center leads when we come back.
Attention Salina area residents. Did hailstorms in the fall of 2017 damage your home or business? Then now is the time to call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement of Salina and Concordia. They'll send out their HEG certified roof specialist to provide you with a free estimate. They're booking up quickly, so don't delay. Call them today. Learn more at GeislerRoofing.com.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. We've got you covered.
The average house now has at least 10 devices that require internet. Phones, streaming TV, computers, tablets, gaming systems, thermostats, and much more. They all add up to a lot more usage than you think. You may experience slowdowns or the annoying cannot connect message. There is a solution to your problem. Call Twin Valley for Pulse Gig Internet and get all the internet speed to keep up with your growing family of devices. 800-515-3311 for Pulse Gig Internet.
Midway through the 4th, Clay Center leading 4-0. Garrett Brem will get things started for the Tigers. He struck out his first at bat, the right fielder. Junior right fielder for the Tigers. Still facing Nick Meyer. It's to Brem. That is a big off-speed pitch. Misses low. One-0 pitch to Brem. Swung on and missed. Meyer's really got some junk, and it kept the Clay Center batters on their heels. We've seen several get jammed or take half swings, and that's a credit to Meyer. I'll miss outside, count 2-1. Bring back in, ready to go. Pitch on the way, that's going to miss outside and high. That's ball 3. 2-1 pitch. That'll catch the outside corner, and I think batters are thinking that's a little bit low, but again, you have to adjust to the umpire. He's not going to adjust to you, and he's been very consistent with that call. So count will go full. Pitch to Bram. That is drilled to the third baseman. Good play. Comes up throwing. The stretch is there, and they'll get Garrett Bram. So nice play by Beloit that time. Third baseman to the first baseman. Grant Aerosmith at third. Dale Boulders at first. So get Garrett Bram on the ground out. That's going to bring up Keegan Brownell. It's to Brownell. That's going to miss in. 1-0. Brownell singled his first at bat and then was thrown out on a double play ball. Pitch to Brownell. Hard hit. Shot to the shortstop. He bobbles it. Brownell running. He's going to beat that out. And good hustle by Keegan Brownell puts him at first base. That ball just bobbled by the shortstop. That's Hudson Smith. And Brownell showing his wheels. And he'll get to first safely. So that'll bring up Levi Fitzenmeyer. So with one out, play center with a runner on. That pitch misses out. So one out. Pitch to Levi. Pitch comes in. Off speed. That's ball 2. Levi reached first. Did end up scoring. Got to first on a fielder's choice that threw Brownell out. But Fitzenmeyer then scoring on Will Rosenau's single. Fitzenmeyer stands up. Now he steps out. They're going to throw down to first, try to get Brownell. And it's going to be a called ball 3. They're going to call that ball 3. Levi had stepped out, but pitcher was already in motion. There's ball 4. So I think Beloit pretty upset, but that's the correct call. You know, if the pitcher has already started his motion, you know, Levi can step out all he wants. If that ball would, or if that would have been thrown into strike, they would have called it a strike. So Skylar Merritt will come up. He walked his last at bat. Pitch to Merritt outside, ball 1. So Levi had stepped out, I think wanted timeout. Didn't get it. Called ball 3. Pitch into Merritt, misses low. That's ball 2. So Fitzenmeyer on first, Brownell on second. Bottom of 4, 1 out. Play center lead, 2-0. And they'll try to hold Brownell on. He'll take another step. Pitch into Merritt, misses low. That's ball 3. Count now to Skylar Merritt. Runners with pretty good lead. That's going to miss inside. Skylar Merritt gets his second walk of the day. So 2 straight walks by Meyer will load the bases. Coach for Beloit will come out and have a talk. I doubt they'll make a pitching change. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Again, bases will go loaded. Will Rosenau will come up. He singled his first at bat, driving in Levi Fitzenmeyer. It will leave Meyer in. So 1 out. Merritt on first, Fitzenmeyer on second, Brownell on third, and Will Rosenau steps up to the plate. Rosenau set. Myers set. Throws home. That is a big swing by Will Rosenau, but he misses. Strike one. 0-1 pitch to Will Rosenau. Hot grounder to first base. They're going to get Rosen. No, they're not going to get Rosenau at first. They're going to try to come home. Instead, in a huge mistake by the Beloit first baseman. That was hit directly at him, and rather than stepping on his base, he actually took a step away from it and tried to come home. So that scores Keegan Brownell, advances everybody else. And now Jake Ferguson at the top of the order will step in. So really no play at home for Beloit. The play was first because Keegan Brownell was halfway down the baseline. So great base running by the Tigers. And they've gone up 3-0. Pitch to Ferguson. That's drilled into center field. That'll drop for a base hit. That'll score Fitzenmeyer. They're going to hold Merritt. Ferguson halfway down to second base. And a great shot by Jake Ferguson. So Jake Ferguson with the single. And Clay Center's now gone up 4-0. So now Nate Leiby, who struck out both times and is well overdue. Bases loaded, one out. Myers still stands on the mound. There's a big breaking ball in for strike one. Runners with big leads. That is drilled by Leiby, but that's going to be fouled down the third base line. And boy, Nate Leiby just missed. So the count will go 0-2 on a well-hit foul ball from Nate Leiby. Oh-2 pitch to Leiby. That is swung on and missed. And Nate Leiby will strike out. So that's going to bring up Wyatt Alexander with two down, and the base is juiced. Alexander is grounded out and walked. And he has taken some huge cuts. Alexander stands in, comes in. That is drilled to the shortstop and gets right by the shortstop. That's going to score two for the Tigers. Ferguson will come to third. Rosenau and Merritt will both score. And Wyatt Alexander comes through. Merritt and Rosenau both score. Jake Ferguson will end up at third. So Wyatt Alexander drives in 2 runs, and Clay Center's gone up 6-0. Runners now on the corners, and Logan McDonald steps in. Now, Logan McDonald was batting .750 coming into this game. He struck out twice. So we'll see if McDonald can make something happen here with 2 down. First pitch in for a ball with McDonald back in. Now Alexander's going to go, and they're going to throw it into center field. Alexander's going to try for third. Ball into third, and Alexander's going to be safely into third. Ferguson scores. So Alexander, some really smart base running, has nobody paying attention to him. And he was halfway to second base before anybody realized he was going. Meyer tries to throws it out into center field, and Ferguson scores. So back to McDonald. There's a pitch swung on and missed, and back to a 1-1 count. So Clay Center now up 7-0, and this is some of the best base running, very smart base running from the Tigers. Pitch to McDonald, misses high and away, and Alexander just daring the catcher to throw down, and third baseman really wanting nothing to do with it. 2-1 count now to Logan McDonald. Pitch to McDonald, foul back, strike two. So Clay Center, their half of the fourth, they've gone up 7-0. On some well-hit balls and just some smart base running. 2-2 count to McDonald. On the way, that's going to miss low. So the count will go full. If McDonald can get on, Garrett Brem would be up. Full count to the sophomore. First baseman steps in, ready to go. Pitch home. That's going to be drilled into right center field. That'll easily score Alexander. McDonald in safely to first. And Logan McDonald with the base knock. So Garrett Brem now will step in his second time up this inning. He grounded out his first at-bat in this inning. Brem stands in, first pitch high. Clay Center now up 8-0. They scored 6 in this inning. Pitch to Brem. There's a high fly ball that's in play. That's going to go foul, and right fielder can't get to it. It looked like that was right down the line. Logan McDonald got all the way to third. He may need a little break over there. Logan McDonald showing some wheels. Making it all the way to third base before that ball came down. So now 1-1 count to Brem. McDonald on first. That's going to be in for a called strike two on a big breaking ball. Count will go 1-2. McDonald a decent lead at first. I'd take another step. Pitcher comes home. McDonald's going to go. There's nobody on second base. There's nobody there. And that was a called strike three. So we did get to see Logan McDonald steal a base in that inning. We're going to count it. And more importantly, Clay Center scores 6, and they've gone up 8-0 after 4. Bring you back to Campbell Field after these.
Stock up on pantry items your family enjoys from the Wow Bins throughout Ray's Apple Market. From boxed dinners to juice, canned food, and snack items, the Wow Bins are always changing to provide customers with quality choices to feed your family and save you money.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
The last week of April is Community Bank Week, and the stats are in. Did you know that community banks make 82% of ag loans, or that more than 2,500 community banks have been in business for over a century? As a community bank, decisions are made right here in Clay Center. We are made up of your neighbors, ball coaches, customers, and volunteers. Celebrate Community Bank Week with Union State Bank. Since 1901, one location, one town, one purpose, you. I'm Morgan Hamill with Union State Bank, member FDIC.
Well, a big inning for the Tigers. They come up with 6 in their half of the fourth, so top of the fifth, and Clay Center now leads 8-0 over the Beloit Trojans. Grant Aerosmith, the third baseman, will lead off. He was hit by a pitch. 7 strikeouts now for Rosenau. There's foul. Strike 1 to Aerosmith. Again, Rosenau struggled a couple of times in this game, but able to find it somehow and get it back together, and he's throwing really well. That one misses away, ball 1. Infield for Clay Center. From left to right, Brownell, Ferguson, Merritt, and McDonald, called strike 2. Rosenau on the mound. Alexander catching. Left to right in the outfield, Bitzenmeyer, Leiby, and Brem. 1-2 pitch from Rosenau, misses high. Count goes 2-2. 2-2 pitch will miss low, and it's full count. We'll see what Beloit does. Meyer getting pretty close to that pitch count. Clay Center able to get on him as Rosenau misses low, and he's going to send Grant Aerosmith down. So back to the top of the order, it'll be Hudson Smith, who's walked once and struck out once. Shortstop for the Trojans. Pitch on the way. That's going to miss low again. Rosenau just a little bit off right now. Pitch on the way. That's going to be a grounder over to Brownell. He'll go to second for 1, over to first, and it's going to be too late, but they will get that lead runner. Brownell to Merritt. So Hudson Smith does make it to first. They will get Grant Aerosmith at second for out number 1. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Nick Meyer. Now throw over to first is going to get away from McDonald. That throw was down in the dirt. Smith round second. He's going to go to third as Brem comes in from right field. He'll get it over to Brownell, but Hudson Smith makes it all the way over to third base. And that is really the first mistake we've seen Clay Center make. Tigers have really been solid, and just a bit of a mistake that time by Rosenau. Good idea. Throw was just off. There's ball ripped foul out of play down the right field line, strike 1. Meyer in this game's been hit by a pitch and struck out. Beloit now trying to get on the board with a runner on third. Pitch to Meyer, misses in. One, top of the fifth. Clay Center leads 8-0. There's a breaking ball. That's a high fly ball into Brem. He's trying to shade the sun. Does make the play, and now he's going to come home. They're going to hold. Oh, what a throw by Brem to hold that runner on third, and just a great job by Garrett Brem making that play, shading the sun with his glove, able to make the catch and come home, holding Hudson Smith on third. So 2 down. Braden Kahn, the center fielder, steps in for Beloit. First pitch out. Kahn has struck out both at bat. And Beloit's threatened a couple of times in this game, but Clay Center able to close them out. 1-0 pitch misses high. Count goes 2-0. Wind has died down just a bit. Still blowing out into center. Left center, rather. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Counts 2-1. Pitch from Rosenau. High and out. Counts 3-1. Con steps back in. Strike 2. So Rosenau gets the count back to full. 2 down. Runner on third. Rosenau set to go. Doesn't waste a lot of time. Comes home. Misses out. And Con goes to first. So Dalton tells it. The left fielder will come in. He struck out. Reached first last time on an error. On that hot shot. Down the first base line. McDonald just a good job getting a glove on it. Pitch in, swung on and missed. Strike 1. We've got runners on the corners, 2 down, top of 5. Play center up, 8-0. Rosenau fires home. That misses low. Breaking ball, and Rosenau asking if it was low, and probably was. Pitch in. There's a high fly ball. That's going to be out of play. Down the right field line, so that's strike 2. One-two pitch in. That's a grounder, foul down the first base line. Tells it obviously a pull hitter from the left side. He's drilled a couple down that way. Donald holding that runner on. 1-2 pitch. On the way, swung on and missed. And that's strike 3, and that's 3 out. Middle of the 5th, Clay Center leads 8-0 when we come back.
Fun socks are not just for kids anymore. Meet Dr. Motion. He'll give you, your feet, and your legs a whole new perspective. Dr. Motion compression socks will brighten your day, so why not get a different, colorful pair for every day of the week? They're so lively, you'll want to show them off. Come into Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy and find a brand new shipment of Dr. Motion compression socks, designed with mild and moderate compression. You'll have happy feet and legs with Dr. Motion from Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
Back at Campbell Field, Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. Clay Center up 8-0. Bottom of 5, Keegan Brownell, who's 2 for 2 on the day, will lead things off. And Clay Center 6 runs in that last inning, and now lead 8-0. Will Rosenau been in a couple of jams, but able to work his way out and pitching pretty well for the Tigers. Very smart base running by Clay Center in that last inning. And we do have a new pitcher. be Carson Cox now on the mound. Cox, a sophomore, was playing second. Looks like they'll move Aerosmith to second, and they'll put Meyer at third. So Keegan Brownell, 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles. He's got an RBI. And he plays a pretty good third base. First pitch, called strike one. Caught that inside corner. Again, very consistent strike zone by this home plate umpire. Pitch to Brownell. That misses way out. See that happen sometimes, particularly with high school pitchers. They'll try to get an off-speed or a breaking ball, and they'll just handcuff it. And it almost drives it straight into the ground. And that's about what Cox did. There's a pitch to Brownell. That is hit hard to the shortstop, but he comes up with it pretty easy over to first base for out number one. A well-hit ball by Brownell. But a good play by Hudson Smith. So that's out number one. That'll bring up Levi Fitzenmeyer. He walked in that last inning. Wound up scoring. Levi scored, been on base both times, scored both times. There's a drive right to the shortstop, and Smith can't handle that one. That's going to get Levi in there. And that will probably be scored as an error. Probably should have been handled by Smith. But a well-hit ball. So Skylar Merritt will come up. He's walked both times. One of the runs in that inning for the Tigers. Pitch to Merritt. Jammed up inside, does swing, and you've got to know by now that's going to be a called strike if you don't swing at it. So you got to do what you can. And Merritt did. A one pitch to Merritt. Slow breaking ball. That's going to be fouled back out of play. Strike two. Merritt stands back in, ready to go. Fitzenmeyer on first. One out. Pitch to Merritt. That's going to be low and away, ball one. Bottom of 5, Clay Center leads 8-0. Pitch to Merritt. That is swung on, hit hard, foul. And that's an inside pitch, and Merritt doing what he had to do to stay alive. Fitzenmeyer being held on first. Pitch to Merritt. That's drilled to the second baseman. He does get it knocked down, and they're not going to get Fitzenmeyer. Second baseman got it knocked down. That was Aerosmith. That was a well-hit ball by Merritt, but Fitzenmeyer breaking on that crack of the bat into second base. So Will Rosenau now up. He's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles. First pitch in low. Clay Center threatening again. 1-0 pitch to Rosenau. Low off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Strike one. Pitch in. There's one. That's going to go into right center for a base hit. That's going to score Fitzenmeyer. They'll bring Merritt to third. Fitzenmeyer, for some reason, held up. Coach Andy Bent nearly chasing him down the third base line to get him to score. And Will Rosenau with another base hit. That's going to score Fitzenmeyer. Merritt will get around to third. And I'm not sure what Levi heard, but he stopped about halfway down, and Coach Andy Bent, I think, would have carried him home. So Clay Center up 9-0, and miscommunication by Emmett, the catcher, and Cox, the pitcher. Emmett a little frustrated. Cox pitches in, misses away, and Will Rosenau with huge lead. Pitch. Oh man, that is drilled and nearly took Merritt's head off on third base as Ferguson got around on that. The ball is foul, but well hit. Merritt, all he could do was smile at Ferguson. Ferguson just ripped that ball. Try an off-speed pitch. That misses high and away. Count will go 2-1. So Merritt on third, Will Rosenau on first. It's 9-0 in the bottom of the fifth. One out. 2-1 count to Ferguson. That is drilled to the shortstop. They will get Will Rosenau. Skylar Merritt will score, and that should be the game. And it is. Clay Center is going to win the first game 10-0 in 5 innings. We'll take a break. Bring you back right after this.
Wallace Tree Value once again is offering the ultimate fertilizer lineup for your yard and garden. Ultimate makes 2 crabgrass preventers, one with Dimension and one with Barricade, to keep that pesky crabgrass out of your yard. It also is an iron and sulfur-based fertilizer to promote root growth and thicker lawns to keep weeds out and grass a rich, dark green color. The weed and feed formula features Viper, designed to kill dandelions and other weeds, while supplementing the root system again. Stop and see the options for your yard at Wallace Tree Value.
Hi, this is Maribeth Connor. The Citizens National Bank with digital banking is here for you. We offer digital banking for your convenience, featuring online banking, mobile banking, bill pay, pop money, and so much more. Stop by the Citizens National Bank downtown Clay Center or go to our website and enroll in these great time-saving features. It's important to us that you have access to your bank account 24/7. Digital banking at the Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
10-0 Clay Center Tigers win in 5 over Beloit in Game 1. Now, this is a doubleheader, so we'll have Game 2 coming up probably in about 20 minutes is what we're looking at. Unofficially, Will Rosenau with a no-hit shutout. He did have 7 Ks in that game. I have him for 5 walks. He did hit 2 batters, and about as close as Beloit got was a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. They did threaten a couple times on the walk, but Will did a really good job of getting himself back in the game and getting control of himself and his pitchers. Will Rosenau threw really well. 10-0, Clay Center wins. It was a 6-run 4th inning, 2 more in the 5th, and then a run in the 1st, a run in the 2nd. Clay Center wins it 10-0 in Game 1. Again, we'll have Game 2 coming up for you. We're going to have send you back to the studio. We'll get you back to some regular programming and then bring you back to Campbell Field. It's Game 2, Clay Center versus Beloit when we come back. Back at Campbell Field, set for Game 2. Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. The Skylar Merritt on the mound for the Tigers. Beloit will look like this. Hudson Smith, the shortstop. Nick Meyer at third. Braden Kahn in center field. Dalton Delzit in left. Caden Emmett catching. Carson Cox is the second baseman. Dale Boldridge at first. Braden Bean will be in right field. Walker Schaefer will pitch, but will not hit. Grant Aerosmith will DH. For Clay Center, Jake Ferguson will be at second base this game. Nate Libby in center. Dylan Swihart gets the start in left field. Wyatt Alexander behind the plate. Keegan Brownell at third. Levi Fitzenmeyer in right field. It'll be Evan Rosenau at first, Skylar Merritt on the mound, and Will Rosenau at shortstop. And Clay Center winning that first game 10-0 in 5 innings. It was Will Rosenau with the no-hit shutout for the Tigers. He walked 5, hit 2, but he was pretty good when he needed to be and worked himself out of a couple of jams. Got the no-hit win for the Tigers. So Skylar Merritt, the junior, on the mound. Hudson Smith stands in at the left side of the plate for Beloit. Merritt set to go, fires home. There's a hard grounder to first base. Play made, throw to the pitcher, Merritt, and they're going to get him at first base. What a play from Rosenau to Skylar Merritt. Evan Rosenau, a great job knocking down that hard grounder, and Skylar Merritt outrunning Smith to first base for out number 1. So Nick Meyer pitched last game for Beloit. He's playing third this game. Pitch from Merritt, misses high. Merritt back in, set to go. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Merritt doesn't waste a lot of time either. With Rosenau, it was set and firing in, and boy, he's not missing by much. That'll be a called ball 2, and he must be high. That looks right down the middle from here. Pitch from Merritt, that'll miss low and away, ball 3, 3-1. Merritt doesn't waste a lot of time either. Rosenau, as soon as the batter's set, he's coming home. Merritt's about the same way. 3-1 pitch from Skylar Merritt. Swung on, strike 2. Nick Meyer trying to check swing, and probably would have been a called strike. Now the count's full. Pitch from Merritt, that's going to miss low and out. And Nick Meyer will walk down to first. So Braden Kahn, center fielder, steps in with 1 out, runner on first. Another lefty for the Trojans. Merritt comes home, strike 1. Fire being held on by Rosenau. There's a high fly ball. That's short center field. Diving as Libby can't get to it. Will Rosenau out there as well. Libby coming hard, but that just dropped right in no man's land. And Braden Kahn on with a hit. So Dalton Delzit will be on for Beloit. Trojans now have runners on first and second. Just a unfortunate kind of a bloop single pitch from Merritt. That'll catch the outside corner, strike 1. Livey did all he could to make a play on that ball, just could not get there. 0-1 pitch, fouled back, strike 2. So Merritt with 1 out, down 0-2 count on Delzit, runners at first and second. Top of the first, game 2. Clay Center wins game 1, 10-0. Merritt shaking off a signal. Now he's got what he wants. Comes home 0-2. That's good. I'm not sure where he's missing, but that looked outstanding. An off-speed pitch, and it's got to be high, but he is not missing by much. That pitch from Merritt will go out. It's 2-2, and it's frustrating on a pitcher. You know, early on when you have a home plate umpire that's not going to give you that call, so you have to adjust. 2-2 pitch from Merritt. That's going to miss out. Count goes full. He's thrown a couple in there that look just about waist high and not getting the call. Count goes full for Skylar Merritt. There's a high fly ball. That's going to go out of play down the right field line. Levi Fitzenmeyer chasing it, but no chance. Wind's still blowing out, but has really laid down from what we saw at the start of game one. 3-2 count. Pitch on the way from Merritt. There's a called strike three. When just froze, Dells it. And Merritt adjusted, came down, and got the call. That'll bring up Caden Emmett, catcher, with 2 down. Pitch from Merritt, swung on and missed. Strike one. Two down, runners on first and second, top of one. Misses low, count goes 1-1. Pitch from Merritt, inside. 2-1 count. One pitch on the way. That misses. And now throw down to first, and they're going to get that runner on first. And that umpire is going to say they missed the tag. Boy, Wyatt threw down to first base. I really thought Rosenau had that tag, but the umpire is going to say he missed it. And that base umpire pretty quick on the call, and he's got a better view than I do. So count will go 3-1. Pitch from Merritt. That's swung on, and they'll say foul. And the count goes full. Boy, great job by Wyatt Alexander to recognize that Braden Kahn was well off first base. So Rosenau may be a little bit out of position. 3-2 pitch is going to hit the batter, and that'll send him down to first. And no, they'll just say ball 4. That didn't hit him. So Caden Emmett will walk. So that's going to load the bases with 2 down. Carson Cox, the second baseman, will step in for Beloit. Merritt misses high. There's some control issues with Merritt right now. He's just really all over. There's a high fly ball that is in play. Looks like Keegan Brownell calling off Merritt. He's going to make the play for out number 3. So bases loaded, no damage. Midway through the first, Clay Center coming up when we come back.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
The Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Manhattan is continually in tune with the latest advances in medical treatments and therapies. One of these is called dry needling. This technique provides a stimulus to muscular trigger points, which leads to favorable biochemical changes. The result? Pain reduction for a variety of issues including neck, back, and shoulder pain, as well as common conditions such as carpal tunnel syndrome and tennis elbow. Visit the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Manhattan The greatest comebacks begin here.
TSI Kansas Incorporated has immediate openings for a full-time diesel mechanic. Applicants will perform minor and major repairs on all makes of trucks and trailers. They must possess strong mechanical and electrical abilities in diesel mechanics. Previous experience is preferred and wages are based on experience. TSI offers a full benefits package with a sign-on bonus. If you're looking for a progressive company with a team environment, call Jason at 632-5183.
Well, no damage in that first inning as Beloit strands 3. Kyler Merritt works out of it, so Clay Center now comes up. It'll be Jake Ferguson, Nate Libby, and Dylan Swihart leading things off. Ferguson played short the first game. He's at second this game, and Ferguson hit the ball really well that first game. Jake Ferguson walked, struck out, 2 singles, scored twice. Pitch to Ferguson. They're going to say foul ball. Off front of the batter's box, so Ferguson steps back in. Pitch on the way. Low breaking ball inside. Ball 1. Walker Schaefer on the mound for Beloit. Not much heat, but those pitchers are sometimes difficult to hit. Ferguson shows bunt, ball 2. But if a team can get on a pitcher like this, they can really hammer him. Pitch to Ferguson. There's a high fly ball. Shortstop should have a play on it. Camps out under it, and that's out number 1. And sometimes it's a problem with the slower pitchers. You'll get batters that will overswing, dip down under the ball. So Nate Libby will step in. Nate really struggled at the plate in game 1. Pitch on the way. There's a grounder to third base. Comes up with it, throws to first, but Nate's going to beat it out as that throw pulled the first baseman off as Nick Meyer threw it a little out of Bouldridge's reach, so Nate Libby will reach first base. So Dylan Swihart comes in. Swihart will play left field in this game. Swihart stands in. Watches strike 1 go by. Ivy with pretty good lead off first. They are holding him on. Pitch to Swihart, drilled right back to the pitcher. He's going to go 2. Pulls that second baseman off. They'll say he did get his foot on the base. That was way closer than it should have been, but they will call Libby out. Throw from the pitcher to the shortstop pulled him off. So Wyatt Alexander will step in. Alexander, a big part of that 4th inning for the Tigers, that 6-run 4th inning. Pitch to Alexander, and that is ripped down the third base line. That's fair. That'll run to the fence. They'll bring Swihart to third. They're going to hold him at third. Alexander stands up at second base. So Alexander, a stand-up double. And now he'll get a pinch runner. Garrett Brem's going to come in and run for Alexander. Alexander, the catcher. The friendly pat to Coach Bent. Garrett Brem will pinch run for Alexander. That brings up Keegan Brownell, who stroked the ball really well in game 1. Pitch to Brownell. Watch strike 1 go by. Brownell was 2 base knocks, scored 1. 0-1 pitch to Brownell. That's fouled. Strike 2. Weihart's on third. Bram pinch running for Alexander on second. 2 down. And an 0-2 count now to Keegan Brownell. Pitch on the way. Nearly hits Keegan, but Keegan bailing out and showing some pretty sweet moves. Steps back in with a 1-2 count. Pitch low and away. Ball 2. Bottom of the first, game 2, no score. Clay Center wins the first one, 10-0. Two pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and an off-speed pitch gets Keegan Brownell. 1 inning in the books. Both teams threaten. Beloit leaves on 3. Clay Center leaves 2 stranded. We're headed to the second. No score.
Crop Production Service is constantly looking for ways to help your bottom line grow. And with the Loveland products available, you'll get the results you want. From seed treatment and plant nutrition to fertilizer and crop protection, Crop Production Service offers top-of-the-line solutions to grow your crops, your bottom line, and your operation. Connect with your local CPS expert and experience the innovative products from Loveland. Crop Production Service, here to help you grow.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
1 inning in the books. Clay Center leaves 2 stranded in that first inning. And we're scoreless. So Dale Boldridge, first baseman for the Trojans, will lead things off. And Merritt struggling a little bit in that first inning. We'll see if he can gain some control as the first pitch comes in high. Really struggling to find rhythm in that first inning, and some of it's figuring out the umpire's strike zone. That will go low at 2-0. Some of it's a little frustration when you don't get the calls you think you should. 2-0 pitch on the way, strike 1. Merritt comes home. That's fouled away. Strike 2. Wind has really died down, and beautiful evening here at Campbell Field. 2-2 pitch on the way, low. Counts full. Count pitch, strike 3 as Skylar Merritt paints that outside corner for out number 1. Braden Bean in right field for the Trojans. Next up, there's a big curve from Merritt. Didn't break quite as much as he wanted. Ball 1. One right down the gut. Count goes 1-1. Bean stands in. Merritt fires home. Strike 2. Merritt may have found a little rhythm and may have figured out this home plate umpire strike zone. 1-2 count. There's one right down the gut and a bloop that's going to be trouble They're going to try. Great job by Skylar Merritt on a hit ball that had some backspin in the infield, and Merritt gets the ball and then lunges at first base and makes the play for out number 2. Just a great job by Skylar Merritt. Evan Rosenau, the first baseman, right there, able to stretch and make that play, and Merritt fires in for strike 1 to Grant Aerosmith, the DH. Tries to get the outside or inside corner rather, and misses ball 1. Oh, what a play by Skylar Merritt. 1-1 pitch swung on, strike 2. A little off-speed look from Skylar Merritt. 1-2 pitch, grounded to third base, and that takes a nasty hop on Keegan Brownell and just kind of froze him at third base. And Grant Aerosmith will get to first. Brownell playing up maybe a little further than he wanted to be, but that just caught the corner of the grass and dirt and just took a nasty hop on Brownell, and he couldn't get a glove on it. So back to the top of the order, it's Hudson Smith. That pitch inside. Two down. Smith getting signals from third base coach. Going to throw over now and try to get Aerosmith as he has taken a pretty big lead. Good look by Merritt. Aerosmith back in safely. Merritt now back to the batter. There's a slow roller again. Second base. They're going to have to hurry, and they do get him. Nice play that time, Jake Ferguson to Evan Rosenau. Midway through 2, no score at Campbell Field when we come back.
Sometimes you need a new roof. Other times you just need your existing roof repaired or temporarily fixed after an emergency or a hard winter season. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has made its service division an even higher priority, investing in a service truck that's stocked with most basic roofing materials so the Geisler service team can provide prompt, on-the-spot roof repairs. Should you ever need wind-blown shingles replaced, a leak sealed, or some other service work, call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement.
The average house now has at least 10 devices that require internet. Phones, streaming TV, computers, tablets, gaming systems, thermostats, and much more. They all add up to a lot more usage than you think. You may experience slowdowns or the annoying cannot connect message. There is a solution to your problem. Call Twin Valley for Pulse Gig Internet and get all the internet speed to keep up with your growing family of devices. 800-515-3311 for Pulse Gig Internet.
Well, some great defense that time by Clay Center. Good pitching by Skylar Merritt. Beloit put a runner on, but couldn't get past first base. So into Clay Center's half of the second. No score. Levi Fitzenmeyer in right field this game will lead things off. Fitzenmeyer stands in. There's a hard hit ground ball to first base that goes off the first baseman's glove. Fitzenmeyer will beat it out. He's going to be in safely. So Levi Fitzenmeyer does what he needs to do, gets on first. That'll bring up Evan Rosenau with Skylar Merritt on deck. Rosenau not in the first game. First baseman in game 2. Fitzenmeyer takes the lead. There's off-speed pitch in, fouled back to Tiger dugout. Schaefer's thrown a couple of times fairly hard, but not a lot of speed. Rosenau shows bunt. Fitzenmeyer way off first. They'll come back down to first and almost indecisive. But he does get back to first safely. So 1-1 count now to Rosenau. Levi's had some trouble on the bases a couple of times. 1-1 pitch on the way. That's low and out. And he may have missed a signal from Coach Bent that time. And we may see Levi go this time. Pretty good lead, and now he takes off, and that's ripped down middle of the field, and they're going to get 2 on that because that was ripped right in the middle of the field. Shortstop breaking on the ball, and he comes over to second easily on the run to first, and Beloit turns 2. I'm not sure that could have been hit any better for Beloit by Evan Rosenau. Skylar Merritt stands in now. Big curveball, strike 1. It was a well-hit ball, but Beloit breaking as Levi Fitzenmeyer was stealing. So put them in good position to make that double play. Merritt now, fly ball into center field. Center field breaking on it, coming up, and easily gets out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers, headed to the third when we come back.
With private label brand grocery products at Ray's Apple Market, you don't have to choose between price and quality. That's why they offer a variety of grocery products and household goods where you get both. Fill your cart with private label brand items and reap the savings.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
One of the most rewarding parts of my job at Union State Bank is getting to know customers who count on us to help them plan for the future and provide the capital they need for their farming operations, small businesses, and their home and auto loans. It's encouraging to see their motivation, which leads to a healthy economy for their families and this community. I'm Keith Blake with Union State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Union State Bank,
No score as we head to the top 3. Clay Center has put base runners on, as has Beloit. Both teams able to work out of it. No score through 3. Clay Center wins the first game in 5, 10-0. So Nick Meyer in the top of 3 steps in. First pitch from Merritt. Like it slipped off the palm of his hand a little bit. In low, ball 1. Sky was struggling a little bit with his control. One right down the middle and going on foul back, strike 1. But he's been able to work himself out of a couple of jams. Pretty good command of his pitches. He knows what needs to be done. He's just having a little bit of trouble with control right now. It goes in low, ball 2. One pitch misses out and away, and now Merritt showing a little bit of frustration as that got away from him. He's had 2 come out of his hand odd. Count goes 3-1. 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 2. Count goes full on Nick Meyer. Merritt throws home. That's fouled out of play. Meyer stays alive. Merritt fires home, fouled back and away. Merritt and Meyer battling right now. Count stays full. Merritt shakes off one pitch. Now he's ready. Fires home, fouled back. Merritt just needs to keep on doing what he's doing, and he will get Meyer. Pitch from Merritt. Foul back. 4 straight fouls. That's a good battle right now between pitcher and hitter. Merritt. Full count. There's a grounder. Shortstop. Rosenau to Rosenau. Out number 1. What a battle between Skylar Merritt and Nick Meyer, and Merritt's going to win it. Nice play between the Rosenau brothers. Will at short. Evan at first for out number 1. That'll bring up Braden Kahn, center fielder for the Trojans. Pitch from Merritt. And I don't have any idea where that was. That was a nice-looking curveball that could only have been called low. Pitch from Merritt. That's the same exact place that his curveball was, and that one's called. So Merritt's got a nice rhythm going right now. 1-1. And there's strike 2. That's another big curveball. And he has thrown 3 straight pitches in identical spots. And it's 1-2. Merritt shakes off a signal from Alexander. 1-2 pitch on the way, high. So count will go 2-2. On back in. Merritt ready. Pitch on the way. That's going to miss outside. Count will go full. And it's frustrating to a pitcher for sure. But all you can do is move on to the next one. Full count. Pitch on the way from Merritt. That's going to miss high. And that'll send Kahn down to first. And that's a tough one for Merritt. That's one he feels like he should have had and probably should have. So Beloit now 1 out. Runner on first brings up Dalton Delzit. Left fielder struck out his first at bat. Ball 1. Pitch from Merritt. That's going to miss low. Ball 2. Top of 3, no score, game 2. Merritt looking over to the dugout. Now fires home, misses high, ball 3, and now Coach Andy Bent's going to come out. He'll also start an active bullpen. Merritt's shown a little bit of frustration. He's thrown 3 straight balls. Now, looking back at the last batter, he threw 3 straight strikes. Only got 2 of them. So I think Coach Andy Bent, Wyatt Alexander just down, relaxing a little bit. Merritt turns around. Will Rosenau says something that draws a smile from Merritt. So Merritt now with a 3-0 count back in. Fires home, strike 1. That's all Merritt needs to do. If he puts them there, his defense will do the rest for him. 3-1 to Merritt. Strike 2 is big swing that time from Delzit, and the count goes full. Beloit has a runner on first. Down full. Here comes Merritt. 3-2 count. That's going to miss high and out. That'll send Dalton Delzit down to first. So 2 straight walks by Skylar Merritt. 1 down. Caden Emmett will come to bat, catcher. But Garrett Brem working in the bullpen for the Tigers. Merritt fires home, high and in. 1-0 pitch, strike one. Runners on first and second. Both runners being held on. Pitch from Merritt. Inside, ball two. Going to go high and in. Now it goes 3-1. Merritt had it. A little frustration. And now can't find it. 3-1 pitch is going to go low. And that'll send Caden Emmett down to first. And looks like we will have a pitching change. Garrett Brem coming in. We'll take a break. Bring you back after this.
If this season of life you find yourself with some mobility issues, then it's time to talk with the experienced staff at Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center. They have a wide variety of durable medical equipment and supplies to make your day-to-day activities easier and safer. If you're diabetic, Patterson's has special shoes to help with circulation. Plus, they have walkers, crutches, wheelchairs, canes, bath rails, and portable oxygen supplies. Patterson's Health Mart is there to help you through each season of life.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
Believe it or not, it will be spring before long. Wallace Tree Value has bulk garden seeds, grass seeds, buffalo grass seed, fertilizer for yards and gardens, weed preventer, and plant foods. We have rental equipment to till your garden, aerate, dethatch, and reseed your yard, and a postal digger to help put up that fence. We don't have it all, but we have a lot of ways to make your life easier. Call us at 632-2851 or stop in at 423 Lincoln Avenue in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
Well, Skylar Merritt had found some rhythm and just as quick came out of it. He walked three straight, so we will have a pitching change. Garrett Brem will come in for Skylar Merritt. Skylar will leave the game. That's the only change we'll have for Clay Center. So with one down, bases loaded, Carson Cox will step in. Garrett Brem will have his work cut out. Pitch high and in. Ball one. Brem a lefty. Probably speed-wise pretty close to what Merritt is. Pitch in, strike one. Cox making Brem throw one, and Brem looked pretty good in warm-up. One count on the way. Swung on and fouled. Count will go 1-2. With one out, Brem just needs to worry about the batter, and everything else will take care of itself. 1-2 pitch on the way. That is a called strike three. That's a big curve, or off speed, from Garrett Brem. So first batter Brem faces is a strikeout. So Dale Boldridge, the first baseman, will step in with the bases loaded, 2 out. Boldridge struck out his first at-bat. Pitch on the way from Brem. That's high. Brem sets in. 1-0 pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner. Strike one. 1-1, no score, bases loaded, top 3. 2 down, 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Another off speed from Brem finds the mark, and it's 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's a called strike 3. That is 2 straight curves from Garrett Brem that found the mark, and Clay Center gets out of it again. Beloit leaves 3 stranded for the second straight time. No damage done. Midway through the third, no score.
The Citizens National Bank is accepting applications for a full-time position as a loan assistant teller. Applicant must be computer literate, have knowledge in Word and Excel, be detail-oriented, have excellent communication skills, and work well on a team as well as independently. Please send resume or apply in person at the Citizens National Bank. Attention, Brian Johnston, 615 Court Street in Clay Center, Kansas, 67432. Call 785-632-4100.
We are Wilbur Ellis, and we know the lay of this land like no other. We serve farmers with plant protection, plant nutrition, and seed technology. As you know, spring weeds are here. Let us help you stop them before they get out of control. Our site-specific crop plans include fertilizer packages and starter programs, and with our localized expertise, our solutions come from a better understanding of what it takes to make everything that grows here thrive. Thanks for your business with Wilbur Ellis.
Bottom of 3 here at Campbell Field. Phil Casper along with studio engineer Bernie Fancella. No score. Garrett Brem came in with 1 out, bases loaded, and fanned 2 straight. So Brem does his job, no damage. Beloit strands 3 for the second inning in a row. And now Clay Center will try to get on the board. Scoreless through 3.5. Pitch in for ball 1. Second pitch to Rosenau, fouled back. Out of play, strike 1. The 1-1 to Will Rosenau. Pitch on the way, low, but called strike. Count will go 1-2. It bounces in front of home plate. That's ball 2. Two. Pitch in. There's a fly ball to right field. That's fair. If it dropped, no, it goes foul. I really thought that was going to stay in play, but does go foul. So Rosenau will jog back to first. A 2-2 count. Rosenau stands ready. Pitch on the way. There's a grounder. First baseman has it. He'll slide it over to first, and that'll get by the pitcher. Unable to make that connection, and we've seen Beloit struggle with that a couple of times. It's a miscommunication on that right side of the infield. And Will Rosenau will be safely at first base. So back to the top of the order to bring up Jake Ferguson. He blew out his first at bat. 2 for 3 in game 1. There's a big curve for strike 1. Curveball has about the same amount of speed as the fastball for Schaefer. Pitch to Ferguson. He shows bunt. That's going to be foul down the third base line. That was dangerous. That kind of popped straight up in the air on Jake, and thought the catcher for Beloit might have a play on it, but he didn't. So Ferguson will get another shot, but the count will go 0-2. So Ferguson's got to be ready to protect. Rosenau's at first. 2 Ferguson curveball. That is ripped to third base. They'll have a play at second. They're going to get Rosenau out, but no play to first base as Ferguson in safely. So Will Rosenau will be out. That is out number 1. That's going to bring up Nate Leiby. Did reach his first at bat. It was an error on the third baseman on the throw. Hard hit ball. That one's hard hit by Leiby. That'll drop in for a single into left field. That'll advance Ferguson to second. He will hold there. So well hit ball by Nate for a single. So now with Ferguson at second, Leiby at first, that's going to bring up Dylan Swihart. First pitch into Swihart is a strike. They're going to walk Ferguson back to second. Ferguson has Schaefer's attention, which you want. Pitch into Swihart. Low curve, swung on and fouled. They've got Leiby at first, Ferguson at second. Two strikes on Swihart. Pitch into Swihart high. Ball 1. One out. Clay Center threatening. No score. Bottom of 3. Pitch to Swihart. That's going to miss outside. Ball 2. Two count to Dylan Swihart. Junior playing left field. Pitch in. That's ripped. That'll get to the second baseman. They'll get one. We'll see if they can get Swihart, and they do. They turn 2 on Dylan Swihart. Pretty good play by the Trojans. So Clay Center threatens again, but can't score. We're headed to the 4th, 0-0 when we come back.
Central Valley Ag wants to help you make sure your new calves grow up with a healthy immune system and make sure they gain lean weight fast. It's pre-feed booking time. Talk to your local CVA feed sales specialist about pre-feed booking and about year-round mineral and protein supplements. IMAG minerals before 3 weeks prior to turnout time, with or without Aldicid fly control. No matter the size of your herd, the CVA feed team can provide the knowledge, insight, and top-quality products you need for nutrition and performance. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Are you looking for the right bank to complement your busy schedule? Look no further. United Bank and Trust has just what you need. From easy online, mobile, and tablet banking to online loan applications, there is no need to try to find time to reach the bank before closing hours. You can simply apply for that new mortgage or car loan in the comfort of your own home, or check the balances of your accounts while waiting in the line at the grocery store. United Bank and Trust makes banking convenient for you. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, both teams have threatened. Both teams have hit the ball. Neither can get a run in. Through 3, we're scoreless. Top of the 4th now. And it will be Braden Bean up in this 4th to lead things off for Beloit. Garrett Prim took over for Skylar Merritt with the bases loaded and 1 out. Fan 2 to get out of a jam in the 3rd. That pitch will go inside to Bean, ball 1. Pitch misses. I think he tried to get a breaking ball and didn't get it to break. That'll go outside, ball 2. 2-0 pitch misses low. Alexander will come out, just try to get Brim on the same page. Brim, big smile. I think he knows exactly what's supposed to be happening. It's just not. The 3-0 pitch on the way from Brim that catches the outside corner, strike one. Brim pitch. There's a slow grounder. Brim's going to have a play on it. He'll go to first. That's in the dirt and in the sun. Rosenau can't make a play on it. That's going to get clear out into right field, and they will hold Bean at second as Fitzenmeyer a little trouble with that. Brim had to make a pretty quick throw to first. That went in the dirt on Evan Rosenau, and Rosenau looking right into the sun. So Braden Bean gets the second. That'll bring up Grant Aerosmith, and Brim letting Bean know that he sees him. Bean with a pretty big lead. Now he'll come home. Aerosmith shows bunt. That's strike one. One count. Brim fires home. There's a hard shot to the third baseman. Brownell looking Bean back to second. Now they've got him caught. Heads to third. Rosenau back to Brownell. Bean holds him. Brownell's going to catch him. They'll get him, and now they don't have anybody on first, so the runner at first will be safe as Aerosmith starting to go to second. But a good job by the Tigers to get that lead runner. Brownell, a great job coming up with that quick, looking that runner, and he was way too far off, and Brownell knew it. So able to get that runner for out number one. Aerosmith will be safe at first. That's going to bring up Smith. Top of the order. He'll show bunt, now pull back. Ball comes in low, ball one. White Alexander, great job blocking the plate. Hanging on to that ball, took a shot like on around the knee area. It's home from Brim. That is ripped foul down the third base line by Smith. Count goes 1-1. Smith has grounded out both times. There's a shot into right center that's going to drop for a base hit. Livey up with it quickly. So Aerosmith will advance to second. Hudson Smith with a single. I'll bring up Nick Meyer, who's walked and grounded out. Pitch from Brim inside. Runners on first and second, one out. Brim pitch. There's a high fly ball. That's going to be foul into right field. Levi Fitzenmeyer got closer to it than I thought he would. And that sun right in the eyes of Fitzenmeyer as he's coming in. So count goes 1-1, one out. Runners on first and second. We're in the top of the fourth, no score. Clay Center wins game 1, 10-0. Brim fires home. That's ripped right back up the middle. Play at second. No, Rosenau can't hang on to it as he came up trying to go to second base and just could not hang on to the ball. Did a great job making a play on the ball, but just could not get it where he wanted it to go. So now again, third time in this ball game, Beloit will have the bases loaded. And Garrett Brehm, the exact same position he was in when he came into the game. Bases loaded, 1 out. This time he'll face Braden Kahn. Kahn has singled and walked. There's a fly ball, left field. They're going to have a play. Fires home. That's going to be way over. Nope, that is going to be way over the head of Wyatt Alexander. But Alexander able to come up with that ball, and the runners hold. So a great play by Dylan Swihart as Braden Kahn flew out for out number 2, and then a great play by Wyatt Alexander to recognize that ball had a little too much juice on it and still able to hold the runner at third. So now Dalton Delzit, who's struck out and walked, will come in with 2 down as Beloit has loaded the bases again. Brehm fires in, curveball, strike 1. Lefty against lefty. Oh, 1 pitch from Brehm, swung on, strike 2. Wyatt Alexander keeps it in front of him, and the count's 0-2. So we'll see what Brehm does here with an 0-2 count, bases loaded. You would think he would just come in with heat. We'll see what he does. And he does, but it's a little high and in. Ball 1. One, 2 down. Brehm's pitch, foul back. The count will remain 1-2. Brehm walks back to the mound. Looks into his catcher. He's got it. And here he comes. Big curve is going to hit the batter. And Beloit's on the board. So a curveball from Garrett Brehm and just didn't break. That's lefty on lefty trying to come in with that curveball and just didn't break. Delzit held his ground and took it for the team. There's strike 1 into Caden Emmett. So credit Dalton Delzit for recognizing that ball not going to break and holding his ground. And Beloit scores, and now Garrett Brehm hits another batter. So Beloit now has played at 2 as Garrett Brehm has hit back-to-back batters. And now Carson Cox, second baseman, steps in. There's a grounder to Keegan Brownell. His only play is at first. He goes to first, and Clay Center gets out of the inning, but not before Beloit scores 2 on batters hit by pitches. It's 2-0 midway through the 4th when we come back.
When you grow corn or soybeans for a living, you're always looking for the latest advances to help your fields be more profitable. That's why it's time to turn to Channel. When you plant elite Channel seed products, you also get the services of your very own Channel seedsman. You see, your seedman works with you year-round to make the most of your operation.
For customized service, expert advice, and elite seed products, contact Colton with Frontier Ag Supply, 785-630-0596.
We're looking for professional drivers to join our team at TSI Kansas. We offer great pay, incentive programs, paid health and dental insurance, 401k retirement, along with vacation and holiday pay. You have a Class A CDL and a minimum of 2 years over the road? Then call Heather at 785-632-5183.
Well, Beloit had stranded 3 base runners 2 innings in a row and had done it again in the 4th, and Clay Center not able to get out of it that time as Garrett Brem hits back-to-back batters and walks in 2 runs. So bottom of 4, and Beloit's taking a 2-0 lead. So Wyatt Alexander will lead off for the Tigers. Stand up double his first at bat. He'll be followed by Brownell and Levi Fitzenmeyer. Pitch into Alexander will come in low. Count to Wyatt Alexander. Schaefer getting instructions from the dugout. Now he's ready. Fires home, curveball, swung on, fouled away. Down the third base line. Wyatt a little bit slow to recognize that off speed. One pitch on the way. That's grounded to second base. Second baseman comes up with it. Over to first for out number 1. That'll bring up Keegan Brownell. He struck out his first at bat. He was 2 for 3 in that first game. Pitch into Brownell, comes in low, ball 1. Bottom of 4, Beloit's up 2-0. Pitch, misses outside. Ball 2. So we'll see Brownell, Levi Fitzenmeyer. One of those guys can get on. Evan Rosenau will get a shot. Pitch to Brownell, strike 1. One grounded up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Brownell. Slow roller right in the middle of the infield. Keegan Brownell with his 3rd single of the night. Now 1 for 2 in this game. So Levi Fitzenmeyer comes up. Fitzenmeyer walked twice, got on an error, scored all 3 times. He was on base in that first game. First pitch in for ball 1. Second one to Fitzenmeyer, low, ball 2. Brownell holding on first base. Be a little surprised if Coach Bent sends him. High to Levi, it's 3-0. Pitch on the way, strike 1. Levi taking all the way. See what Schaefer does with this one. You would expect him to come in with heat, and he does, and it's low. And Levi will take his base. So Evan Rosenau, first baseman, comes in. Evan grounded into a double play his last at bat. One out. Brownell on second, Fitzenmeyer on first. Two good base runners and two threats. First pitch misses outside. Ball one. Pitch to Rosenau. Called strike one. Count will go 1-1. Rosenau, fly ball. That's into right center field. Center fielder coming over does make the play, and both runners are going to have to hold. Tough play. Out into right center fielder. Right center field. The center fielder calling all the way. And Rosenau flies out. So Garrett Brem, his first at bat in this game, will try to get the runners advanced. There's a fly ball about the same place. Center fielder over again, under it, and that is out, number 3. So Clay Center threatens, comes up short. 4 innings in the book, headed to the 5th. 2-0 Beloit when we come back.
Place your order now for next spring's crops and save a bundle. Count on Crop Production Services of Clay Center for the best quality corn and soybean seed. Their proven brands include DeKalb, Asgrow, Dynagrow, Producers Hybrids, and LG. If you order now, you can take advantage of early cash and volume discounts, and they also have financing available. The agronomists at CPS stay current on the ever-changing field of seed technology, so they can provide well-informed advice to help increase your productivity.
Replacing a roof is a substantial undertaking. It's one of the biggest financial commitments a homeowner will make. But the long-term value of a solid, attractive, and leak-free roof is well worth it. McGee Roofing offers residential and commercial roofing replacement, along with guttering and siding. With the colors and textures available in siding, you can customize the look of your home or business. For roof replacement or repair, gutters and siding, McGee Roofing is committed to customer satisfaction. Call them for an estimate.
Well, 4 innings complete, 2-0 Beloit with the lead. Only 2 runs that have come across the plate were on hit batters. Garrett Brem back in. He will face Dale Boldridge. First pitch in, ball 1. So Boldridge has struck out both times. Brem's pitch in, high. Zach Boldridge has grounded out and struck out 3 times in both games. Now 3-0 as that pitch comes inside. Brem's struggling a little bit right now. Rio pitch, called, strike 1. Boldridge taking all the way. Brem will try to fight his way back in. Down on the count, 3-1. Pitch on the way, ground ball, third base. Brownell comes up with it, fires to first base, and that's out, number 1. Nice play that time by Keegan Brownell, junior third baseman. Braden Bean now comes in. He's grounded out, reached on an error, and then was caught in that rundown his last, or in the 4th inning, his last at bat. Count 1-0. Brem sets, fires, fly ball, and that's going to be made over the shoulder catch on a bloop. Garrett Brem able to get that over his shoulder. That's one of those that first guy to it gets it. It's between the second baseman and the pitcher, and Brem did have the better play on it, over-the-shoulder catch, so that's out number 2. So now the DH, Grant Aerosmith, stands in. He's singled, strike 1, reached on a fielder's choice, and then he walked in a run after a batter was hit. Pitch from Brem, foul, strike 2. Oh, 2 out. Pitch on the way from Brem, misses low. Ball 1. One-two pitch from Brem. There's a ground ball, third base. That's foul. Pretty well hit, but foul all the way. Count stays 1-2 with 2 out. Top of 5, Beloit leading 2-0. One-two pitch, misses out. Count goes 2-2. Brem set. The ground ball, third base. Brownell up. Fires to Rosenau. That's in the dirt. And Rosenau makes the stop, but it pulls him off the base. So Brownell throws it low and pulls Evan Rosenau off first base. And Aerosmith reaches. And Rosenau just a good job to stop that ball and bat it down. And now Coach Andy Bent out, talk with his pitcher with 2 down. Doubt that he'll make a pitching change at this point. Brem really throwing pretty good this inning. Just an unfortunate break that time, and that's probably what Coach Bent was telling him. So that'll take us back to the top of the order. Hudson Smith, who's grounded out twice, singled his last at bat in the 4th. Brem off the rubber and looking to first base. Brem holding, giving a long look, and now he'll fire home. Comes in low, and I'm not sure what he's looking at with Aerosmith. He's not off that far. Brem is a lefty, so he has a good look. Rosenau holding. Brem will come home. There's a grounder to third base. That's going to be foul. Smith makes contact, but foul. Brownell able to knock it down. Count will go 1-1. Now he will throw over. Aerosmith's not that far off first base. He is getting a lead. But I'm not sure what Brem is seeing. Got his attention. Now he'll come home. That is strike 2. On an off-speed pitch, count will go 1-2. So 1-2 count, 2 out. Aerosmith on first. He's just got about a 6-foot lead. Brem comes home. That's ripped down to first base, and what a play by Evan Rosenau. That is right place, right time, and Rosenau able to pick that thing out of the air. So no damage midway through the 5th. 2-0, Beloit leads when we come back.
Long before Bill Snyder ever strolled the campus of Kansas State, the doctors at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center have been serving as the team's physicians. Having helped thousands of K-State athletes for over 30 years, you too can trust the skilled care and knowledge of the professional staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center. Located at 1600 Charles Place in Manhattan, they have everything they need to get you up and running once again. Find them online at kansasortho.com. Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center. The greatest comebacks begin here.
As a third-generation seed company, Oldie Seed has pioneered the development of soil-specific hybrids that thrive in your soils. Our Know to Grow research program is the largest in the Midwest and utilizes advanced technologies including Enlist, Extend, and Liberty Link soybeans. Oldie's research program delivers top yields while helping you win the war on resistant weeds. This season, don't settle for anything less than a soil-specific seed from Oldie Seed.
Clay Center's half of the fifth. They trail 2-0. Just unable to get any offense going. Didn't have any problem with that in game one. Will Rosenau will start things off, number 9 hitter. Will playing shortstop this game. He pitched great in game one. No hit shutout. First pitch into Will was a strike. Called strike. 0-1. There's a grounder right back to the pitcher. And easy. 1-3. 1 out. So back to the top of the order will be Jake Ferguson, followed by Nate Leiby. Jake has flown out, reached on a fielder's choice, his last at bat, and he is way overdue. First pitch comes in low. Jake was 2 for 3, scoring twice in that first game. Walked once. Pitch swung on and missed. 1-1. One pitch, way off speed and low, ball 2. Skylar Merritt started this game on the mound for the Tigers, just could not get it going. That ball's driven into center field on a rope for a base hit. So Ferguson rounds first base and his first hit in this game. His third single of the night. That's going to bring up Nate Leiby. He singled his last at bat. And Nate was well overdue. Center trying to make a little noise with the bat. One foul down the third base line. Again, Beloit pitching. Walker Schaefer. Pretty good control, very slow, and very difficult to hit. Pitch to Leiby. That's going to be outside. That's a job by the catcher, Caden Emmett. Not letting Jake Ferguson advance. Pitch to Leiby. Big curve. That's a called strike, too. And that's tough with Schaefer because curveball doesn't look much different than his fastball, but it breaks. So 1-2 pitch now to Nate, and that is driven, but that's going to be foul into left field. So Nate ready for that one, but just a little early. Nate steps back in. 1-2, 1 out. Jake Ferguson on first. See if he sends Ferguson or not. He won't. That's outside. Count will go 2-2. Ferguson a decent lead, and now Schaefer will step off, and 2-2 with one out. And Ferguson has the speed. Pitch to Libby. That hit him. That came well inside, but the home plate umpire up quickly, and that caught probably the elbow of Nate Libby, so that sends him down to first base. So now Dylan Swihart, who singled, grounded into a double play with one out. See if he can get one out there. Breaking ball in, called strike one. And again, batter's frustrated, but it's been called all night. And probably a pretty good call. Maybe a little bit low, but they've been very consistent with it. There's the same thing. That's going to be driven into left field past the shortstop. That's going to score Jake Ferguson. They'll hold Libby at second, so Dylan Swihart comes through with the RBI. So Jake Ferguson scores from second on the Dylan Swihart single. And Clay Center in business with one out. So Wyatt Alexander, who grounded out his last, but he had a stand-up double in the first inning. Alexander turns on one, foul. Maybe anticipating that breaking ball a little bit. Pitch to Alexander. That's going to be outside. Ball one. So 1-1 count to Wyatt Alexander with one out. Two runners on. Pitch to Wyatt. That is swung on and missed, and that was probably a little more inside than he would have liked. I think, again, he was anticipating a breaking ball. And now 1-2. He could probably bank on one, and that is a breaking ball. He fouls that away. Great play by Coach Andy Bent at third base. One, two. Swihart's on first. Ferguson's on second. Alexander stands in. Pitch to Wyatt. Oh, that was right where he wanted it. That's going to be out of play, fouled, and that is the pitch that Wyatt Alexander was looking for. One, two, one out. Alexander back in. Stands in. Looking, that pitch low in the dirt, and now Libby's going to go to second or third, and he does. Swihart goes to second. Boy, great base running by Nate Libby. I think I just called him Jake Ferguson, and I apologize to both. That was Nate Libby on second, and breaking on that little bobble by the catcher. So great base running by Swihart and Libby. And now 2-2, and timeout called from the dugout, and I think probably I'm not sure what happened. Oh, they intentionally walked Alexander. There we go. So a 2-2 count, they walk Alex. Not sure I understand this. They walk Alexander with a 2-2 count and bring up Keegan Brownell, who singled his last at bat with one out. So Brownell will stand in. There's ball one. I don't understand that at all. So they've got 2-2 on Wyatt Alexander, one out, runners on second, third. They intentionally walk Alexander, bringing up Keegan Brownell. So Brownell now fouls one away. And it's 1-1. Now, if this works, it's a great call. One to Keegan Brownell. Bases loaded. One out. Brownell, high fly ball. That's going to tie the ball game. Center field. That's going to bring in Nate Libby. No play. At the plate. Libby in easily. So Keegan Brownell comes to the plate and does his job. Now, Swihart and Alexander both hold. But Brownell gets the RBI. So that's going to bring up Levi Fitzenmeyer, who walked his last at-bat. His first at-bat, he got on an error. Fitzenmeyer watches ball one go by. So now 2 down, but the game is tied. To Fitzenmeyer. Low breaking ball, low, ball 2. Pitch goes high and in. If Levi gets on, it looks like we're going to see Logan McDonald for Evan Rosenau. Pitch to Fitzenmeyer. That's a called strike one. Levi taking on the 3-0. So count will go 3-1. Pitch to Levi. That's driven into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to score Swihart. That'll get Alexander around to third. So Levi Fitzenmeyer at the big base hit, and Clay Center has gone up 3-2. So now Logan McDonald looks like in for Evan Rosenau. So Logan McDonald in the last game went 1 for 3. He singled. Catcher for Beloit out, giving signal. Caden Emmett. So 2 down. Clay Center has runners on the corner. And the big man, Logan McDonald, stands ready. Ball in low. One-0 pitch on the way. That's low, ball 2. By Fitzenmeyer again. Some trouble at first base. He will hold. Counts 2-0. And there's McDonald, rips one to the second baseman. They should have a play at first, and they do. But Clay Center placed 3 in their half of the 5th, and they are up 3-2. Headed to the 6th. When we come back, Clay Center leading 3-2.
Attention Salina area residents. Did hailstorms in the fall of 2017 damage your home or business? Then now is the time to call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement of Salina and Concordia. They'll send out their HEG certified roof specialist to provide you with a free estimate. They're booking up quickly, so don't delay. Call them today. Learn more at GeislerRoofing.com.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. We've got you covered.
The average house now has at least 10 devices that require internet. Phones, streaming TV, computers, tablets, gaming systems, thermostats, and much more. They all add up to a lot more usage than you think. You may experience slowdowns or the annoying cannot connect message. There is a solution to your problem. Call Twin Valley for Pulse Gig Internet and get all the internet speed to keep up with your growing family of devices. 800-515-3311 for Pulse Gig Internet.
Well, some changes for Clay Center. They've gone up 3-2. Headed to the top of the sixth. Keegan Brownell now on the mound. Nate Leiby will go to third. Dylan Swihart in center. Garrett Barem is in right. And Logan McDonald at first. Levi Fitzenmeyer in left. I think we've got everybody. Get Phil Casper in with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella. Our crack statistician tonight is Steve Squires. Pitch in from Brownell is a ball to Nick Meyer. And I don't know where that missed. Brownell's pitch in. There's a grounder over to the right side to the second baseman. That's booted a little bit and now comes up, and Jake Ferguson just can't get to it. Jake Ferguson booted it a little bit and just no time to get it to Logan McDonald. So McDonald quickly over to say no damage, move on. So Nick Meyer will reach on an error. That'll bring up Braden Kahn. Brownell fires home, strike one. A 1 count. Brownell in for a called strike two. Brownell a little bit different than the other two pitchers, than Merritt and Brem. Beloit may have a little bit of trouble getting on Brownell. 0-2 pitch, and that is going to be a called strike three. So 3 straight strikes to Braden Kahn. And that'll send him. Now Wyatt Alexander's going to run out to the mound, and they may have a little bit of miscommunication. I'm not sure that last pitch was exactly what Wyatt thought was coming. Brownell fires in, strike one. A 1 pitch on the way, that's fouled back, strike two. Two pitch, big curve, misses. Count goes 1-2. 1 out, runner on first. Dalton Delzett, who struck out, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Now down in the count 1-2 for the Trojans. Pitch on the way, that's fouled back. Going to be out of play. Count stays 1-2. Two pitch swung on, that is strike three. Keegan Brownell really looking good on the mound right now. Brings up Caden Emmett with 2 down. Top of 6, Clay Center leading 3-2. Pitch from Brownell. That's Curve that misses, ball one. Nick Meyer is on first base. Brownell will come off the rubber, let him know he's there. Now he'll fire home. Strike one. The 1-1 count to Emmett, the catcher. Emmett walked twice and been hit by a pitch. Pitch from Brownell. There's a grounder to third base. That's going to go foul. And that was probably fortunate. Just caught the corner, or the edge rather, where the grass meets the dirt, and took a direct left turn. And that was a slow roller that probably would have been a little trouble for Nate Livey. So count will stay 1-2 to Emmett. 2 down. Nick Myers on first. Pitch to Emmett. That's fouled back away. Emmett has turned on a couple. So 1-2 count, 2 down. Here comes Keegan Brownell. That is ripped into left field. Fitzenmeyer in quickly to Rosenau. But a good hard shot by Emmett for a base hit. So two runners on now with 2 down. Softball, by the way, against Beloit, won their first game 3-1. In the bottom of 5, they are up 13-6. Carson Cox now the batter for the Trojan. He fouls one back, 0-1. So Emmett's on first. Meyer is on second. Cox batting with 2 down. 3-2, Tigers lead. Pitch in. There's a big curve that will miss low. Counts 1-1. Pitch from Brownell. There's one driven into left field. Fitzenmeyer can't make a play. It gets past him. It takes a nasty hop. That's going to plate 2 as that rolls to the fence. Throw is in, but just an unfortunate, nasty hop to Levi Fitzenmeyer. And Carson Cox with the double. Emmett and Myers score, and it's 4-3. It was a well-hit ball, but looked like it hit a clump of grass and just took a nasty hop on Levi Fitzenmeyer. So now Boldridge, the first baseman, will step in. Beloit's gone back up 4-3. And that's just a tough break for Clay Center. There's one foul back. Strike one. Brownell pitching pretty well. Doing the right things, and then just a nasty hop that you can't do anything about. Oh, 1 to Boldridge. There's one swung on. That's going to go foul down the first base line. The count will go 0-2. In top of 6, Beloit's gone back up 4-3. Clay Center wins game 1, 10-0. They have trailed this entire game until the 5th. Clay Center plated all 3 of their runs in the 5th to go up 3-2. Brownell shakes off Alexander. Now he's ready. 0-2. Misses high. Carson Cox is on second. Just hit the 2-run double. Boldridge fouls one back. Count stays 1-2. Bouldridge has struck out twice and grounded out. Brownell fires home, foul back, 1-2. One-two pitch on the way, misses low, ball 2. Two-two pitch. That's driven into left field. Levi Fitzenmeyer comes up, throwing cutoff at third. Play at the plate, and going to be safe is Carson Cox. Base hit by Bouldridge. Bouldridge had not been much of a threat. He was 0 for 2 the first game, had been 0 for 3 up to that point. That's going to bring up Braden Bean, the right fielder, and Beloit's gone up 5-3. It's to Bean. There's a high fly ball. That's going to be back out of play. Counts 1-1 to Bean, 2 down. Nobody on. Beloit's gone up 5-3. They scored 3 this inning. Ball swung on a miss. There's a runner on first. Bouldridge is on first, and now Alexander throws down and overthrows McDonald, so Bouldridge is going to go to second. So the count's 1-2, runner on second, 2 down. Pitch in, that is a called strike 3 as Keegan Brownell paints that inside corner. Midway through the 6th, Beloit's gone back up 5-3. Tigers coming up to bat.
Special occasions call for a one-of-a-kind cake, and Ray's Apple Market can personalize them for any celebration. Stop by the bakery department to place your order for Mother's Day or graduation for cakes that will be beautiful to look at, unique in design, and extra delicious in flavor.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
The last week of April is Community Bank Week, and the stats are in. Did you know that community banks make 82% of ag loans, or that more than 2,500 community banks have been in business for over a century? As a community bank, decisions are made right here in Clay Center. We are made up of your neighbors, ball coaches, customers, and volunteers. Celebrate Community Bank Week with Union State Bank. Since 1901. One location, one town, one purpose, you. I'm Morgan Hamill with Union State Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of 6, Clay Center back behind 5-3. They'd gone up 3-2. Beloit played 3 in their half of the 6th. So Clay Center with some work to do. Garrett Brim will try to get it started. Brim came in for Skylar Merritt in the 3rd inning. He's only batted 1 time. He flew out. So it'll be Brim, Rosenau, and Ferguson. Brim rips one into right field. He'll easily get into first, so good start. Garrett Brim gets on base with a single, so Will Rosenau will step in. Rosenau grounded out his last time up. It'll be Rosenau and then Jake Ferguson. Rosenau stands in. Curveball. Foul. It's going to be in play to the first baseman as Will Rosenau fouls one off, but a good play by Boldridge for out number 1. So back to the top of the order, Jake Ferguson singled his last at bat. He got on a fielder's choice, and it's flown out. Ferguson will try to keep things going here as he watches ball 1 go by. Pitch on the way. That's inside, ball 2. Brim, not much of a lead on first. Pitch into Ferguson. Ball 3. Nate Leiby's on deck, followed by Dylan Swihart. Pitch to Ferguson. There's ball 4. So Nate Leiby comes in. He's singled, got hit by a pitch. His last at bat. Reached on an error in the first. 2 runners on, and Leiby stands in. Pitch to Leiby for ball strike 1. A lot of speed on the bases right now with Brim on second, Jake Ferguson on first. Pitch to Leiby low. That gets by the catcher. That's going to advance both runners. So now you've got runners at second, third. Leiby in with a 1-1 count. And a good shot by Leiby could tie this thing back up. Ferguson a big lead off second. Brim now gets off, pitch into Ferguson, grounder to third. They're going to get the runner at first, but Brim will score. So Nate Leiby scores 1. Gets his RBI, advances Jake Ferguson to third. So now Dylan Swihart stands in with 2 outs and the tying run on third. Pitch into Swihart is low. Good job by the catcher, Caden Emmett. He really does a good job of not letting that ball get by him. 1-0 pitch into Swihart, ball 2. Curveball didn't move, stayed inside. Swihart has singled twice. He's 2 for 3. That one low and away, and again Emmett with a great job of keeping that in front of him. 3-0 now the count to Swihart. Wyatt Alexander on deck. Pitch to Swihart. That's outside, and Dylan Swihart will head down to first. So Wyatt Alexander has doubled, grounded out, and walked his last time up. Now Beloit will come out and talk to their pitcher, and they're going to make a pitching change. 5-4, runners on the corners. 2 outs, Wyatt Alexander coming up when we come back.
fun socks are not just for kids anymore. Meet Dr. Motion. He'll give you, your feet, and your legs a whole new perspective. Dr. Motion compression socks will brighten your day, so why not get a different, colorful pair for every day of the week? They're so lively, you'll want to show them off. Come into Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy and find a brand new shipment of Dr. Motion compression socks, designed with mild and moderate compression. You'll have happy feet and legs with Dr. Motion from Patterson's Health Mart Pharmacy in downtown Clay Center.
Do you consistently have problems with your home Wi-Fi connection? Let Blue Valley Telecommunications help with our Managed Wi-Fi program. With Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi, technicians will provide you with a robust router, identify the best location for your router, and help configure all your devices to have the best experience possible. If your router malfunctions, we'll even replace it for free. Plus, we offer 24/7 technical support to manage and update your router, all for a small monthly charge. To learn more about Blue Valley's Managed Wi-Fi program, visit our website at bluevalley.net or call us today.
Wallace Tree Value once again is offering the ultimate fertilizer lineup for your yard and garden. Ultimate makes 2 crabgrass preventers, one with Dimension and one with Barricade, to keep that pesky crabgrass out of your yard. It also is an iron and sulfur-based fertilizer to promote root growth and thicker lawns to keep weeds out and grass a rich, dark green color. The weed and feed formula features Viper, designed to kill dandelions and other weeds, while supplementing the root system again. Stop and see the options for your yard at Wallace Tree Value.
An IRA is more than a financial tool for your future. It's also a great way to save on taxes now. Open an IRA today at the Citizens National Bank. You have until Tuesday, April 17th, 2018 to get a tax advantage for 2017. Stop by and see one of the CSRs at the Citizens National Bank, downtown Clay Center. A small investment now can grow into a large retirement fund for your future. Member FDIC.
So pitching change for the Trojan, it'll be Hudson Smith on the mound. He has been the shortstop. He was shortstop in both games. He will now take the mound. A little bit more speed. And Wyatt Alexander steps in. He's doubled, grounded out, and walked. A tying runner stands on third with 2 down. Pitch to Alexander, ball 1. And now Dylan Swihart heads up base running as nobody is covering or watching. And Swihart, and they are going to walk Alexander again. Now I get this. As Keegan Brownell comes up, so they'll walk Alexander, and Keegan Brownell will step up. And Keegan has been hitting the ball well. It's to Brownell, misses out. He flew out RBI'd last time. He singled 3 times tonight. Twice in the first game, once in this one. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Pitch to Brownell. Watch the strike 1 go by. Counts 1-1. Smith throws home. That one outside. And again, Emmett with a good job of sacrificing his body to keep that ball in front of him. Counts 2-1 to Keegan Brownell. Pitch on the way. That's a slow roller to third. The only play is going to be at first, and it's bobbled. No play for the Trojans, and we're tied. And good base running again by the Tigers. So now we're tied at 5 with 2 down, and Levi Fitzenmeyer steps in. And he singled his last at bat. Pitch to Fitzenmeyer, swung on and missed. Pretty good cut and a pretty good pitch. 0-1 to Fitzenmeyer. Pitch in, that's low. Count goes 1-1. Clay Center has tied this up in the bottom of the sixth, 5-5. One count. Pitch to Levi. Low. Ball 2. Two one count. 2 down. Bases loaded. We're tied. Bottom of 6. Pitch to Fitzenmeyer. Strike 2. Pretty good pitch by Smith. Takes the count 2-2. Fitzenmeyer steps back in. 2-2 pitch. On the way. Swung on and missed. And that will be dropped, but all the catcher had to do was step on home plate. So a strikeout by Levi Fitzenmeyer, but not before. Clay Center ties things up. Headed to the 7th, tied 5-5 when we come back.
We are Wilbur Ellis, and we know the lay of this land like no other. We serve farmers with plant protection, plant nutrition, and seed technology. As you know, spring weeds are here. Let us help you stop them before they get out of control. Our site-specific crop plans include fertilizer packages and starter programs, and with our localized expertise, our solutions come from a better understanding of what it takes to make everything that grows here thrive. Thanks for your business with Wilbur Ellis.
Central Valley Ag wants to help you make sure your new calves grow up with a healthy immune system and make sure they gain lean weight fast. It's pre-feed booking time. Talk to your local CVA feed sales specialist about pre-feed booking and about year-round mineral and protein supplements. IMAG minerals before 3 weeks prior to turnout time, with or without Aldicid fly control. No matter the size of your herd, the CVA feed team can provide the knowledge, insight, and top-quality products you need for nutrition and performance. You and Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
So pitching change again for the Tigers. They'll bring Nate Leiby in. So Keegan Brownell back at third. And looks like that'll be the only change for the Tigers. So Nate Leiby on the mound. Top of 7. We're tied at 5. Down to the bottom of the order for the Trojan, it'll be Grant Aerosmith. DH for the Trojan. Aerosmith has reached every time. He's singled in the 2nd, fielder's choice in the 4th, reached on an error in the 5th. Aerosmith will be the first batter. Leiby faces pitch in. Swung on, strike 1. Oh, 1 to Aerosmith. Hard shot to second baseman. Ferguson comes up with it. Over to Logan McDonald. That's out number 1. Back to the top of the order, Hudson Smith, now pitching for the Trojan, will step in. He is 1 for 4 this game. He singled in the 4th. Pitch from Leiby inside. He flew out his last at bat. Pitch in for a ball. Leiby set. Throws again. There's a high fly ball. That's out into center field. Swihart chasing, running, and can't make the play. It drops. Aerosmith heads up base running, goes into second. And I think Swihart just lost that ball. So Hudson Smith will reach second on an error. And I thought Swihart had a beat on it, but I think he misjudged it. He either misjudged it or he lost it. Really all he could do was knock it down and keep it in front of him. So that's going to bring up Nick Meyer. First pitch in from Libby, strike one. Harris Smith on second. Ferguson and Rosenau trying to hold him on. Now Libby comes in. There's a grounder to first base. Logan McDonald stabs that thing right out of the air, steps on first for out number 2. Smith will advance to second. Now 2 out. Or to third, rather. Does advance to third. He was on second. How about that? Now there's a drive. That's going to get into center field as Braden Kahn with a single. And Hudson Smith is just going to walk in. So first pitch by Libby is singled into center field by Braden Kahn. And Kahn has played pretty well in this second game. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and now an RBI. So that's going to bring up Dalton Delzit. He flies one up to third base. Brownell under it and makes the play for out number 3, but not before Beloit plates one. They lead 6-5, middle of the 7th when we come back.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Intensive sampling, Veris soil mapping, and variable rate application of fertilizers can improve the efficiency of nutrient management. CS Precision Ag can assess nutrient availability of different areas within a field and recommend the right product to improve your bottom line. New customers are currently being accepted at CS Precision Ag. They serve producers throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact Clayton Bott or visit them online at csprecisionag.com.
Well, bottom of the 7th, Clay Center's last chance. It'll be Logan McDonald, Garrett Brem, and Will Rosenau. Logan has been at bat once. He grounded out in the 5th when he came in. He was 1 for 3 in game 1 with a single. So Logan stands in, rips one foul. Strike one. Clay Center down 6-5, bottom of 7. Facing Hudson Smith, who so much different than Schaefer. McDonald swings and misses, strike 2. Smith with a little more speed than Schaefer, and Tigers having a little trouble getting back on him as McDonald fouls away the 0-2 pitch. So Logan stays alive. Clay Center needs base runners. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. So Garrett Brem comes in. He singled his last at bat. Scored in that 6th inning. He'll be followed by Will Rosenau. Pitch to Brem on the way. Curveball, swung on and missed. One pitch to Brem, swung on, strike 2. Garrett Brem down on the count 0-2 with one out. Smith fires home, high and away, ball one. One-two pitch, swung on, foul. Count stays 1-2. One-two to Brem. Called strike three that caught the outside corner and just froze Brem, and that is out, number 2. So Will Rosenau with 2 down. Clay Center down to their last gas. Pitch to Rosenau. Low ball one. If Rosenau can get on, it's Jake Ferguson. 1-0 pitch inside, ball 2. So right now, you just need Will on first base. Doesn't really matter at this point how they get there. 2-0 count. Smith fires home. High and away, that's ball 3. Will probably taking on the 3-0 count with 2 outs. You got to get him to first base. There's strike 1. Count 3-1. Just about half the bet that Smith will come in with a heater. Does, and catches the outside corner. So that'll take the count 3-2. Rosenau in, pitch in. That's fouled away. Good job by Will Rosenau to stay alive. So count will stay 3-2. Rosenau back in, ready to go. Not wasting any time. Here comes Smith. Fires in. That's driven to the shortstop, and he's not going to be able to get it to first base in time as Will Rosenau in safely at first as that ball booted around by the shortstop. So Will Rosenau gets to first, does what he has to do, and that's going to bring up Jake Ferguson. And now a pinch runner in for Rosenau. That'll be Garrett Groves pinch running for Rosenau. So Jake Ferguson will step in. He flew out his first at bat, reached on a fielder's choice, then singled and walked. The last 2 times he's been up, he's scored. So 2 down. And Jake Ferguson trying to make something happen. Tigers trailing 6-5. First pitch outside. Again, you got to give it up to Caden Emmett. He has done an outstanding job at catcher, keeping those wild pitches in front of him. There's strike 1 to Jake. Curveball comes in nice. It's 1-1. Groves not much of a lead on first. Pitch to Ferguson. There's a called strike 2. Ferguson, 1-2. Pitch in. That's away. Ball 2. Two now to Jake Ferguson. Pitch on the way. That's a fly ball. That's going to be out of play over the Tigers dugout. calm night here at Campbell Field. Two down. Ferguson stands in, foul back. With Jake doing a good job protecting. Now stays 2-2. Jake back in and ready. Smith fires in. Ground ball in between third and short. They may have a play at first, and Jake's going to beat it out. Groves a good jump off of first to take away the double play, and Jake Ferguson speed and beats it out. So Nate Libby steps in. Pitch to Libby, strike one. And the tying run is on second. Libby has singled, reached on an error in a fielder's choice, and grounded out. Pitch to Libby inside, nearly hit him. Ball one. It's to Libby, chased one, strike two. So 1-2 count now to Nate Libby. Facing Hudson Smith. Smith gets the signal. Fires in. Oh, that is a cold strike three. You're kidding me. That ball, cold strike three, way outside. And Clay Center is going to lose. They fall 6-5 in game two on a called strike three that was questionable at best. Clay Center comes out on top. Game one, they win 10-0. They fall in game two, a good one, 6-5. So Clay Center splits with Beloit. That's going to wrap up our coverage from Campbell Field. Again, Clay Center Lady Tiger softball won both. They won the first one 3-1. They were well up in that second game at last check, 13-6. Clay Center wins game one 10-0. They lose game two 6-5. For our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, thanks to Bud Young and our crack statistician tonight, Steve Squires. For KCLY Sports, I'm Phil Casper.